some random account.
I'm about to say pick a person.
Oh, Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, she said
really?
that.
Why her? What'd she do?
She said that she put out like a Twitter on Twitter telling people not to vote for Kanye, and Kanye had issue with that.
He said
Kanye issue.
I have
said-
an issue too.
He said Friends wasn't funny either.
It wasn't.
Yeah, it definitely was not.
We are living single.
Oh my God.
That's the real Friends.
Mm-hmm.
In the 90s kind of world.
Yeah, we friends. What's going on with y'all? How y'all doing?
90s.
What up,
Hey,
what
hey,
up?
Hey.
Hey,
Yo.
Manny, what's going on with you?
Man, good to be back, man. I was on my Ric Flair limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun.
Woo.
Okay.
I'm just happy to be here.
All right, we happy you back. Nell, what's going on with you, baby?
I'm here, man. Every day above Earth is a good day.
Amen to that.
Hey, I like that. Is that a future hoodie?
Every day above ground is a good day. I'm sorry.
Well, above Earth, unlike that dude from New York City.
I don't even want to talk about
Hey,
that.
that's an Easter egg. No, it doesn't.
That does not happen every day.
That does
B.
not happen every day. That's the Easter egg right there. Kiana, what's going on with you?
Hey.
Hey, what you been up to?
Working.
Yeah, I saw your picture earlier.
Oh, my babies.
Yeah.
You know, working in childcare is not an easy task. It is not for the faint of heart at all.
Yeah.
Shit, having children's not an easy task.
Huh?
It's not.
Yeah, you got your own. You had to go work with other people's
Yeah,
kids.
it's not for the faint of heart.
At the end of the day, it's other people's kids.
Yeah.
So you can't discipline them how you want to.
Yeah.
You be wanting to grab them up sometimes.
Patience is definitely a virtue working
Look
in
at me.
childcare.
Shout out to you.
Nah. We love that right there. We need people like you on the front lines for sure.
Rick, what's up, Rick?
Man, I can tell you what's up with me. Can I go into my list?
Sure.
Can I go into my list?
You got a list?
I got a list. Cause we missed last week on the podcast.
We absolutely did.
Yeah, everybody had we had some things going on, which it happens. It's life, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
So we had everybody took care of that. So
Sorry.
definitely appreciate everybody back up here. But I guess real quick, let me touch on this. Austin told us on the podcast, BNY. Shout to him for all the work he's done. But
What up?
he would no longer be on the BNY podcast as going forward for anybody out there asking questions. And that'll be the only statement we make on that. Now, as far as me, I'm getting a vasectomy.
You what?
What? Actually,
I've already scheduled out the appointment.
Wait, what? So you like really actually going through with it this
Hell
time?
yeah, I'm done. That's it. I came to world as one. I leave out with 3. All right. What more can I do? Be fruitful, multiply. That's what the good book said, right?
I thought I would never see the day that you would. Okay.
Now I'm telling you right now.
This Ricky 3 years ago would have never, ever agreed to the vasectomy.
Nah.
But I am glad you did.
Boy, chop your balls
I
off.
am.
Be blessed, bro.
You are
Dude.
blessed. You have been fruitful and you have multiplied, so you are
Girl.
good to go.
I'm telling you right now. Like, you know when it gets cold outside, that it just, the penis does certain
The
things.
shrinkage.
Yeah, exactly. When that knife gets right there, dude, that thing. I'm nervous, man.
It might
they
turn-
don't
it
put
might
you
turn
to
you
sleep
on.
neither, right? They don't put you
Hey.
to sleep
Wow.
when you get it done.
Nah, they don't
Hey.
put you to sleep. It ain't like wisdom teeth.
Hey, bro,
No, they don't put
you
you to
should have
sleep.
waited and scheduled it for the NCAA tournament so you could be at home with the peas on your shit watching basketball.
So when is your appointment? So we
Tactical
know
planning.
what is you supposed to bring? You're not supposed to bring roses, cigars.
Cigars,
You bring-
roses. I don't know what it. I don't
Do
know
you
the.
bring cigars?
I don't
for
know
that
what
type
this.
of occasion?
I have
We've
no
never been
idea.
through the
You bring
process.
frozen peas to that occasion.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I gotta
what
sit
you
on
talking
that.
about?
I gotta sit on that thing.
Oh,
It's gonna be days. I'm gonna be just sitting in this house hurting. It may be a podcast. Be out here like Jordan with the flu. Just I get through it. But
Ricky's
after
flu
that,
game.
after the pod's over, I'll just be.
oh my.
Gotta do a flu game episode.
That's what it'll be. Yeah, you see a BNY episode. I don't know what. At that point, the surgery's scheduled for January. Try and get a little sooner than that though.
Okay.
So-
Perfect. Bowl season.
You
I know
want-
somebody who could do
that's
it
a
tomorrow.
secondary one.
Huh?
I know somebody who could do it tomorrow.
don't entertain
Who?
that.
Myself?
Nah,
I ain't going no
a
hat.
man around Southeast, he could do it.
Wait, about $5.
55.
55. Oh,
I do
hell.
it 56 right now. Pause.
56.
Look, ain't nobody random gonna see my dick unless you're a medical professional.
Oh, I ain't gonna
Or
look at
Jenny.
it. I ain't gonna look at it. That's
Right,
the
just-
cut.
Oh!
Swipe.
What the
Oh hell nah, you a blind barber at that point. like that nephew Tommy
Did
skit
your
from
hair
back in
get
the day.
cut?
Blind butcher.
That's pretty much what it is.
Nah, you said barber. Butchers are worse.
He's saying it's worse.
Yeah,
Look,
barbers
first of
cut
all,
hair.
look, can we stop talking about y'all cutting my penis up, please? All right? I'm going to a medical professional to get this thing accomplished properly. All right? Not going to one of y'all. I ain't doing that.
I know doctors.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have another announcement to make.
I believe him too.
We're done with that. We're done with my penis for the time being. We may come. It's gonna come back because.
Oh, it's definitely gonna come back.
Because the day before, I'm committed. It's going to happen. It's happening. I promise you that. I promise that.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's happening. It's definitely happening. Announcement. Can everybody raise your glasses in the air? We have a new member of the BNY family officially.
It's official?
It's official.
I'm official.
Kiana,
Yes.
this was for you right here. Welcome to BNY.
Appreciate it.
Full-fledged member of BNY Podcast.
This is salted caramel coffee, by the way.
Hey, shout out to Salted Caramel. Nah, but Kiana, I know her for many, many years. She's like a sister to me. Stephen A. Smith voice. But
I am.
That
hit
was
up.
not Stephen A. Smith's voice.
No, that was the actual voice, but it was you know what I mean right there.
Nobody
The
cares about
context.
Stephen A. right now.
But you get where I'm coming from, please.
I
Let me
got it.
continue.
Nobody cares about him right now.
All right, well, fair enough. Kiana, we care about you though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
We
there it
do.
is.
Keon's been my life coach, at one point in the day.
We've got coached on.
Me too.
Yeah.
Every day.
We
of
were
my
all
life.
out there that night, right? Look at me now.
What did I coach? Oh, lifestyles and relationships. Advice.
Lifestyle. Oh, okay.
And relationships.
Have you taken the information to?
He definitely has. He
Thank
has
you.
applied what I have taught him very well. I'm so proud of him.
He was asking my name.
Cram.
Oh, I know you as a coach would always say your work is good, but you, the student, the player, is the work good.
I'm not a player anymore.
You just crush a lot.
Because of her.
Nah, man. Shout out to life coaching. We've all seen the growth too as well. So
Absolutely.
I can attest to that. I can attest to Kiana.
Y'all trying to say I was a little bitch boy out here not giving a fuck?
No, okay.
You say all that. You
Your
said that,
ATL
not
is
us.
Showing.
Yeah, just a little bit more than it should.
I haven't sat on the couch in a while. I'm sorry. Me
Oh,
tone it
okay.
down.
All right. By the way, man, shout out to Manny. He kind of, no homo or nothing, but he's the only one I know that can get away with this whole woofing thing.
The what?
The woofing thing.
Oh.
No haircut.
I guess.
Dude,
All right, shout out to my barber Ray. I see you next week.
hey, speaking of wolves, we know we live in the backwoods, or at
The
least
sticks.
I do. Yeah, backwoods in
Definitely.
Maryland. My old neighbor killed a coyote probably about a mile away from here.
Oh, yeah.
Are you serious?
A coyote. That's right, a coyote. I haven't. I seen the picture. It's a big boy.
Oh, I saw it.
Like you saw that picture.
Leslie posted it.
Okay, there it is for the Leslie Cooper fan of the podcast too as well.
I didn't see
I
it.
got, dude. Next
It was
podcast, I'm gonna get
big?
permission, and I promise I'll show everybody.
It was about the size of the couch we sitting on.
God
no,
damn.
it was not that big right there.
It was.
It was a big boy though, probably about 40 to 50 pounds.
What?
Yeah,
That's not big.
but the problem is that they're out here. They're
Right.
out here, and I'm back. That's every time. I'm telling you right now, I get nervous walking out
There's
here at
deer at the
nighttime.
Capitol. Like, I'm just saying. Like, there's animals that's in
No,
places that shouldn't be.
Deers and coyotes are two completely different things, though.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, if I see a deer out here, I feel great. So then the coyotes aren't around.
Mm-hmm.
When I don't see deer, that's when I get a little
If I
nervous.
see a deer at my house, I'm
Agreed.
like, what's going on out here? What's the
But
population control?
live
Y'all
in
live in
the
the city.
though.
Yeah.
You live in the city.
It's a little different for you. It's
That's
hard.
just not little.
Rick and Jet, they run outside. I'm out there with them too as
All
well.
the time, right?
With the little something special too as well,
I feel you.
just in case. You never know what may pop off out there.
Man,
Hey man, you see that picture?
That's not little.
That he ain't 50 pounds.
He's more than
He more than 50
You
pounds.
think about 60, 65?
Yes.
Easy 85 pounder.
You know what the thing about coyotes in this area too as well? This is what I heard. I still need to do some research on it. Don't take me to the bank with this one, but I heard probably back in the 90s, maybe the late 80s, 400 coyotes were brought in to control the populace of a certain animal. I want to say that it was the deer, but of course, 400 coyotes, you bring them out here, what are they going to do? They're going to populate themselves.
Is that a
Makes
Maryland?
sense.
Is
Justifiable.
that a Maryland, Virginia, or DC move?
Who was behind it?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. The Illuminati, maybe. I don't know.
That sounds
I'm
real
putting
Southern Maryland.
I'm putting the
Maryland.
BNY investigator on it.
Definitely.
We gonna find out.
We gonna put 400 coyotes within 500 square feet
Pest
to
management.
control these deer.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Hey Manny,
What's up, big dog?
shout out to your 5 look challenge.
Oh,
This man killed that shit. Hey, talk to people about that one. That was amazing.
Was it really that gold?
Nah, it was good, man.
It was.
I mean, I seen the 5 look challenge, and I was feeling some type of way, and I was not feeling it. So I got me 1 beer and took 5 different pictures of me drinking said beer in the same clothes, in the same day, quite possibly the same minute,
Yep.
and just posted it.
And it became legendary.
Apparently.
Dude, I saw that thing. I love that immediately.
So,
I seen people going back 4 or 5 years. I was like, you know what? This right here, man, he's on to something.
yes. My 5 look challenge, the true 5 look challenge they would be asking for is dope. But I ain't got time for that.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
I'm not even gonna do one.
Shout out to Sam
I did
Adams
one.
Oktoberfest, who was part of that. You know, don't take my picture down.
What y'all doing for Halloween?
Bonfire.
We are going to a bonfire.
Are we invited? Because I have no idea what I'm doing.
Um,
I got a costume.
We are not doing costumes. We don't do
This is the
costumes
first year I've
ever.
had a costume since.
Well, I did do costume earlier today. But aside from that,
I know
I
I was
go
about
as
to say, I seen it. You was in a costume.
I go as the
was.
same person every
I
year.
was. That is actually the first time I have worn a costume like
Big
that.
boy from
and
Outkast.
Definitely
Oh,
Big
yeah?
Boy from Outkast.
Every year.
Every year he does it.
You should sit on this couch just for that. Thank on you. Shout out. I understand.
I thought about that when I was, man.
We should do a costume
That was-
pod tonight.
Hold on, let me show.
Oh,
let me
it
show.
would've been
I'm gonna
dope if we
show
did one
Manny the
too.
picture.
I'm already in costume.
What are you?
I'm for my presidential election, so I'm voting for right here.
Thanos.
You're not even
Thanos
purple.
20.
You're not even
Yeah.
purple.
I could be purple.
I want to see Thanos in future Avengers movies.
We gonna find out. But now I got Rick and Jet as Miles Morales and Peter Parker.
Hey,
I'm gonna be Jameson, J. Jonah Jameson. Dude, I already got a cigar. I already got
love Jameson.
I'm wearing like a little, not a suit, but tie, all that, suspenders. I got like a little Daily Bugle too with me.
you gotta get the voice down too, though.
How do you
He's
feel
bad
about
at
that
voices.
shit?
Bring me pictures of Spider-Man. I'm working on it
These
still.
bad voices.
I'm not that one voice. Come on, man.
No,
that was podcasts ago.
You've been doing this for months.
What other voice have I done?
I've been pulling up for a year now.
What other voice have
Has
I
it
done?
been a year?
Yes.
It's been close to it. I got yeah, I told you he looked just like Big Boy with the glasses on. What else I got? I got Jenny Spider Gwen from Into Spider-Verse,
Yeah,
and Gia is a pumpkin.
dope. I seen the outfit. Though.
Yeah, a Green Goblin pumpkin. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's right. The whole family going. We repping that thing right there, courtesy
So
of
how do you
Rick
feel
and
about
Jet.
not trick or treating with the kids this year?
I mean, it sucks. You know, they can enjoy it from going house to house, whatnot. You know, grabbing candy, but.
Your dentist bill thanks you.
Man, shout out to Tricare. Dude, I that's a whole nother, because Rick already had fucked his teeth up already. We already get work done for him. So.
He getting new ones though, right?
I mean,
He didn't fuck up the good ones.
it's
the new
still
ones.
it's still the root that you gotta take care of. In the meantime, it's still there. Can't that shit rotting out. You know, I gotta look after my mans.
I'll say some milk for him.
He
Easter
could,
egg.
he could be the youngest one to get a root canal.
They don't do root canals that young.
It was a joke.
Oh, sorry.
I would say, yeah, that's a little bit too soon right there. Yeah.
Pass.
Dang.
I tried. I tried.
Chill out, Doogie Howser. God damn.
Hey, so we got something new going on with BNY. We got 3 forms of. We got the open mic. We got the deep dives where we're going to like Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, or whatever. It's like a hot current event that we just really need to spend all our time on.
Cool.
And we got our format here, the BNY 8 for 8. We just take 8 shots at different topics, and we see what we got from there. So I got the list here. We got the list here for everybody. The first one we got up is the U.S. Olympic meme. So well, give me a second. We're going to pop that up for the everybody listening through audio. Just bear with me.
And I have not
Memes.
seen any of these memes.
I have not.
No, that's by design right there. Bam.
I did.
I mean, I've seen this on social media.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Here's the first one right here. Okay. It's for everyone out there. I'll describe it. It's a lady. She's a Native American Indian. It says that my culture is not a costume, holding a headdress American Indians wear with a American Indian costume. Now, with that being said, is she right? Is she going a little bit too far with it? Is it just a costume, just to honor heritage for a day? Is it just in fun, or is it in bad taste? What do you think about this?
Definitely bad taste. I definitely would agree to disagree.
What?
I agree to disagree. So I agree that her culture is not a costume.
Yes.
Right? But I also believe that children of the culture should be allowed to express themselves freely. So if they decide that they want to wear the Indian costume, then they should do it. Because as children, we read about characters in books, and we want to imitate these characters. So if an Indian is a character in a book, then of course children are going to want to imitate that by wearing a costume. So I agree to disagree.
You mean children in the culture?
No,
Because,
all children read books about, for example, Columbus Day just came up. Thanksgiving is coming up this month. Children read about Indians and
I Malcolm X my kids, so that
but
doesn't matter.
if you are a parent who allows their children to read,
Yes.
and explore, like Nike had our daughter, Darnell got her a passport. Was it lifestyle passport series?
Yeah.
It was a lifestyle passport series where she got books from all over, from everywhere, and she liked some of the, like she went to Brazil, like certain places she went to. She liked it so much she wanted to wear the costume. So I believe that if it is a character, and children nowadays are very knowledgeable about what goes on in the world, I agree it should not be a costume, but at the same time, children should be allowed to imitate a character that they have seen. So therefore, it would then be a costume.
No, that side says adult.
Well, you get where she's coming from right there.
No, it's completely different. Honestly.
You think it's different for an adult and a kid?
Yes.
Explain.
Growing up in Oklahoma, when Native Americans, this is still their culture. They still wear their stuff from this time, and they have their events and everything. And I'm not really
in Alaska as well.
Yeah, and I'm not well versed in exactly what goes on, but I know it does. So like this is something y'all they do once a month, once a week, once a quarter. It doesn't matter. Like you go out downtown drinking, and there's people wearing stuff like this on that level. Even then, you can go to the kid thing. So this kid gets a book, reads about African American history back to ties to Africa, and they want to dress like in a Native African dress, and they're not African American. Would you be comfortable in like, not even you, because your culture, but someone who may not be as cultured, seeing a child that's not African American dressed in African American, well, when I say African American, I mean more African roots from Africa, dressed as stuff from that. Like,
would I be okay?
I mean, you would be okay, but the vast majority would not be okay.
That's because I don't believe they're open. They don't have an open mind about it.
Yes, but that's the optimist in you. But America is not ready for that, and I cannot agree with that on any level. Like my sons wanted to do something like that. Sorry, bro, I understand your interests. We can have these interests outside of Halloween. We're not doing that on Saturday. It's not happening. Personal opinion.
Okay.
What do you think now?
Man, I'm just all over the place right now. I mean, the whole culture thing, I think, was just stolen all around. You know what I'm saying? It's just a thing where you had prisoners of war coming back, and they weren't allowed to shave, they weren't allowed to groom themselves and everything. And I think that's really what started the beard gangs. You know what I'm saying? Really. I mean, 10 years ago, nobody was rocking a beard.
30 years ago, everybody's rocking a beard.
Man,
The Bush was cool back in the day, bro.
Maybe
it
in
was.
Atlanta.
It's repetitive. I mean, history always repeats itself,
Look
but
at 70s R&B.
this
Who
didn't
ain't had no
get
beard?
cool until them prisoners of war was coming back, and they made it cool. You know what I'm saying? Then when real Africans started to migrate over here, it was just that thing in that culture where it was just like, you know what, that look cool. You know, Americans wanted to take it and make it theirs. I mean, I wore a dashiki top to the Black Panther premiere.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because of where it took place at.
I was there.
Exactly. So, I mean, I kind of agree with her on it. I mean, I think if it's a costume, it's really not teaching anybody anything,
Right.
you know. And
You think it's just in good fun?
yeah, I think it's just in good fun. Because if you walked up on somebody who, and I'm just taking one out of maybe 10 people who dressed up as a Native American for Halloween, if you walk up to them and say, "Oh, I like that outfit," you know what I'm saying? Which tribe is it, or where did it originate from? What year was, you know what I'm saying, the headpieces and stuff found? You know, they might not be able to tell you.
They're not.
And that's where they get mad. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's a confrontation.
That's the spirit of Halloween costume right there.
So if you was to go
That's when
to,
the shutdown came out.
if
right
y'all
there.
was to go to Germany on a flight, and y'all see 10 people over there wearing foam posits, sagging their pants, got their hats on to the front, you know, just
on Halloween,
just
just
chilling,
any day.
just any day,
Yeah, because you're going to see that over there.
just any day.
Yeah,
But
American influence.
But as Americans, we take so much from other cultures. Y'all wouldn't even say nothing to them.
Every day that's cool. On Halloween, to where you think I mean, like, maybe in the back of the head it's paying homage, but people don't know no better.
Mhm.
And like I said, I wouldn't let my kids go out because I know of others who may twist the narrative.
Right.
Cause like, I mean, my son wants to be a Dragon Slayer character. He wants to carry the swords. He wants to be an anime character, which anime is super fictional. I get it,
Right.
but it is Asian, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the Japanese, they really don't get too much into, you know, this is a cartoon character.
Right.
This is a fictional character.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're dressed as a fictional Native American character, I don't have no problem with that. You ain't Pocahontas? Cool.
Well, Pocahontas was
That's Disney's
A
fault.
Disney princess, though. But she is an Indian. And there are people who
I
have
don't like
dressed
the
up
term
like
Indian
her.
because Indian, I think New
Native
Delhi.
American.
Yeah, I like the term Native American.
Right.
I was told also American Indians what individuals of that ethnicity also would rather be called.
Indian,
This is what I've been
right?
told.
They'd rather be
American
called
Indian.
Yeah.
American
Yeah.
Indian.
But
They would
I've also
rather be
heard
called
Native
Indians.
American too as well. So I'm not.
I mean, because
I had
when
to
I
be
get to know
educated on it a
somebody,
little more.
I'll talk about them as their tribe. Oh, my Shine Arakbo homie, my Chickasaw homie, something like that. You know, I'm like, oh, my Indian homie, or I'm like my native cats, but I don't really say Indian. I really don't.
But see, Americans
I'm
don't,
trying to be more PC
they
because
don't
I
care
have
about
this fine line.
like jacking cultures. You know what I'm saying? Like Americans, we might laugh and joke about it and talk about it on podcasts, but if we was to go in the mall right now and see an Arabian guy selling dashikis out the mall, we not gonna say anything. But if an African came in and seen that,
Yeah.
oh man, I mean,
Let me put it like
confrontation
this.
off break.
We'll wrap this up here shortly, but quick question. How would you feel if you saw an older white gentleman on Halloween wearing a dashiki?
I mean, I would feel kind of. I mean, I would be biased, of course. I would.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie.
What if you saw a white gentleman wearing a Killmonger outfit from the Black Panther movie?
That's different. That's a
That's,
character.
yeah, that's
fictional
different.
character.
Okay, so fictional characters we're
Fictional
cool
characters
with,
get a pass to me.
but if
I'm
it's
not-
something historically accurate, as a costume for Halloween. That's where you draw the line.
Because you don't know if they know it's historically accurate, because Americans are fucking idiots.
And I feel like that if you let's say that white gentleman knew the history too as well.
And then I wouldn't come up here and be like, bro, hey, hey, on set, what's going on? I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, for sure.
But
yeah.
like, if he's hip to the culture and stuff like that. But I feel like if you're so hip to the culture, you know about this, Halloween's not the right time to do that.
I was about to say.
And then it's that is the point right
has
there.
to be a catch-22, but I think that's why I said in the beginning I agree and disagree, because she is absolutely correct. In her mind, her culture has become a costume, and she feels like it's not politically correct.
I mean, it's how we feel about culture vultures in the black community doing what we do. We feel like that every day deep down. You can't say we don't.
We do.
So for Halloween, why not give anybody else that right? They asking for one
And
day.
that's why I said I
complain
agree.
about every day.
She has that.
Yeah.
She has that right to feel that way about her culture, because it is absolutely not a costume. But to children, which that was an adult costume, to children, they don't see the narrative of it being a costume.
They don't. Now,
Children
if I have a
see the
4-year-old that
narrative
says, I want
of
to
it
be
being
this.
a character.
But does that come down to the parent to call that out, or like,
To
hey,
a certain age,
it's not that.
you can't really educate. You can't tell a 4-year-old about everything to where they wrap their head around it.
Why?
You can tell them. I mean, believe me, I do.
I have some. This is
I mean,
why-
it's gonna end. It's gonna end to where you're not wearing that. And even then, you get older, they be like, "Dad, remember that time you ain't never let me?" This is why.
So we've had cultural conversations about our child.
Mm-hmm.
Because this one, the girl is just different. And
Go on, keep talking.
okay.
On the oven.
What she wants to do with her life and how she wants to dress and those things of those natures. So it doesn't always seem like it is it's like a catch-22. Because at now rearing 4-year-olds for life, I can't say that they don't understand. I have some 4-year-olds who completely understand everything I say, down to teaching them 2 completely different languages from what they speak every day. So to say a child does not understand what you're telling them is completely not a fact anymore. It's not.
And
it's about the way you teach your child.
Yeah, and we've all experienced this here. I ain't got to recap anything there, but how you raise your children is a lot to deal with how they grow as an adult too.
Exactly.
As well.
We don't deal. I mean, I don't deal with other people's kids.
No, but eventually we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's best to.
You say eventually, what you mean?
Like now, like there's
Your
30
boys are
there's
how
30-year-olds right now that are just
11
completely
and 8.
ignorant.
11 what?
And 8.
11 and 8?
Mm-hmm.
And you haven't had to deal with anybody else's
Birthday
children yet?
parties, stuff like that.
I'm not talking about children as far as like our children's friends. I'm talking about like kids that we grew up with. Like they are now 30. They have a certain way of thinking.
Right.
It comes from that particular household on how they were raised.
You mean people, period.
People,
Yeah,
period,
like
in
these
general.
kids grow up. Like we're dealing with kids that are growing
Right,
up
and
right now.
that's why I said
My
what I
circle's
said,
small for a reason.
because
We
they're-
still have to deal with them regardless. It's still
Right.
here.
Have to?
So if you teach
Yes,
your child,
absolutely.
if you teach
They're
your
part of
child
society.
the way that you feel as though they need to learn to be not necessarily accepted into society, but actually have knowledge about what's going on, you got to teach them young. What people don't understand is from the age of 0 through 5, children absorb the most,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you just said 4. For a prime example, you just
3,
said
4, yeah.
you just said 3 or 4-year-old does not understand cultural differences. That is a freaking lie.
They don't.
That's a lie. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Because if you walk into a classroom and you throw every ethnicity you can in that classroom, that 3-year-old and 4-year-old, because we're going to do a 3-4 combo class,
Okay.
right? The 3-year-old and 4-year-old will notice differences. The hair, the complexion, they'll notice the lips, they'll notice the ears, they'll notice the eyes, they'll notice the eye color. Children are very smart. They notice those things.
Well,
But it's up to an adult to actually teach them why.
I mean, look at me, myself.
That's what I'm saying. The why. Do the kids know the why at that age?
Well, the thing
If
is
they
that
are taught the why,
There it is.
absolutely.
How many kids are taught the why at that age?
But You want me to answer that question?
You know better.
Because I'm a preschool teacher.
I know. You know better than me.
Yes, I teach my children the why. Why?
You
because
teach them, but what do they? The people they see every day, like their parents, their
because
guardians.
you know what? I'm in my dealing with the parents. We work as a team, and it is important for you to work as a team with whoever your child's teacher is, whoever's going to be in your child's life. So that way you know that your headspan is the same as theirs. Your train of thought is similar to theirs. It doesn't have to be the same. Hey, Lou. Just similar to what theirs is, because you want your child to have that same mindset growing up. So if you don't teach your child, how are they supposed to know? That's how you get these ignorant motherfuckers at 30 years old who don't know shit about life.
I just think there's a lot of people that treat their kids as the ignorant motherfuckers that don't know shit about life.
And the thing is that we to bring it back full circle when it comes to costume. Hey, hey Lou, what's going on with you? What's going on? Yeah, but throw both them codes in there.
Did you put the shisha in there?
It's already in there. Everything's already set up. Yes, pull it back full circle before we move on. Costumes. It is. I mean, it's Halloween. Somebody's gonna have a costume that's like everybody's gonna look at like, oh, why this right here? Why this white person wear blackface again? Like with everything we know. But it's important that certain costumes that people find them offensive. Like fictional characters, that's one thing. But actual individuals, and especially with the history's not being taught behind that they would look at it more of a mascot than an actual person. That's and that right there is a problem right there. Yeah, we can't look at people as mascots or just cartoon characters. That way, yeah, people with feelings and they live life with us. Lou, what's going on with you, man? Hey, round of applause for Lou, please.
Man. I made it finally.
Did you really?
He's here. He ain't a ghost.
Did you really? Like
he ain't it's like an unlockable character. You made it 30 minutes to the BNY podcast. You get a Lou.
Hey, listen. I'm surprised I even
pulling
made
the dev all of a sudden.
Yeah, there's always one.
Nah, you can't even compare me and Devin.
You can't. Nah, I ain't gonna be like that.
It's clearly I'll be worse than Devin at times. Yeah, man.
Sure.
Yes. What's going on with y'all though, man? How y'all doing? How everybody doing?
Hey, we chilling, man. We chilling.
The sober couch. That's why I had to ask you.
Oh yeah, the sober couch just starts here.
That's his half right there. Your half is good.
It's good for you, sir.
Yes, I'm.
It's
an unfortunate change of events for tonight. You know.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
8:01 tomorrow morning. Holla at me.
Well.
Let's move on to our second shot. So you
go.
see right there, we got will you get the COVID-19 vaccine?
Absolutely the fuck not.
All right, so let me refer to this article. I got your answer, and you going first too as well with that enthusiastic response we had to it. CBS News. Some Americans are concerned about the possible side effects of COVID-19 vaccine. We just don't know enough. All right. 2 major clinical trials for the coronavirus vaccines are resuming in the United States after being paused over safety concerns. Estimates show the earliest time for an approved vaccine could be at the end of November. This November, or next November, in like 2 days, November 2020. Let me continue reading from here. A recent poll showed that a sharp decrease in the number of Americans who would get the vaccine right away. CBS senior medical correspondent Dr. Narala spoke about a wide-ranging group out there thoughts on the vaccine. So, real quick before I turn it over to everybody here. Asked to rate their confidence level in the vaccine on a scale of 1 to 10. Residents said 6, 7.5. Others said 7 to 8. You had another 8. And the residents said 1 and 2. So we use it as a reference, and we go from here in this room. Manning, we'll get to us here in a second.
Okay.
We'll get to us here in a second. But Kiana, you have the option of getting the vaccine or not. Now, with you working in daycare, though, would it be required for you to have the vaccine? And also, we know the school systems are too as well, that they're going to require children to have these vaccines like polio, like
they do,
like any other diseases been in the past. With you being a provider of this institution, and you saying no, how does that affect your job, and how are people going to look at you, not putting the kids in your stead for 8+ hours a day, saying that on record that you're not getting the vaccine, but why is that?
I refuse to get the vaccine because it's a live virus that they are putting inside of your body, right? Had I known what I know now, back when my kids were first born, a lot of that stuff, a lot of those shots I would have not given them.
Such as?
I absolutely would not have. As right now, they want to give my daughter the HPV vaccine. That is a live cancerous vaccine they're pumping into children. There's no way in hell I'm giving that to my child. I'm not. When you get deployed, you got to get malaria and
Smallpox.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get either one for two reasons.
How
It's
you
a
get that
live
shit?
virus you put in my body, and some people have already had horrible skin conditions, which they get worse when you put those vaccines inside of their body. I'm not doing it because 9 times out of 10, that live vaccine can counteract with something in my blood, and I could be freaking dead. I'm not doing it. This, just like the flu, I obviously not get the flu vaccine either. I do work in childcare, but I make sure I take vitamin C, my multivitamins,
Mm-hmm. Flintstones. Shout out to the Flintstones.
Orange,
Sorry, just thinking.
orange juice. Like, I make sure I take those extra precautions outside of having to take traditional medicine to make sure
I'm sorry.
I'm good.
It's me.
I know.
Nah, because when you you have a point though, like a live vaccine, you might become a human boy out that motherfucker. Like who knows? Like
That's what
you know
a
what I'm saying?
vaccine
Like,
is. The
I
taste
mean,
of a live. I mean, this is what
But
vaccines
it's
are.
just a
Test.
test. And these
Oh.
tests can come back like one person can have one thing wrong with them, and the test come back horribly wrong, and they're not gonna say anything because they have 1,000 people who the tests have worked for. But that one person might be able to save that one other person. But those aren't facts that they're putting out there. I just refuse to do it. For me, for my own safety, my own health reasons, I'm just not gonna do it. Am I gonna persuade anybody else to do it? I wouldn't. I just know for me, myself, and I, and my family, I'm not gonna put any more live vaccines into my children.
What if that threatens your job? They say, Kiana, you gotta get this shot or you can't work here.
I'm an entrepreneur, baby. I'm my own boss. So, bye.
Buy it to the kids or
If it came down to me having to get this vaccine or not work at my job, I wouldn't work at my job. I'm not risking my health for nobody. Like,
okay.
No.
Okay.
Because I still, at the end of the day, I still have 2 children and a husband I have to take care of. So if this job says I can't work because of a vaccine, I'm not going to do it.
Let's talk to the
I'm
husband.
just not going to do it.
Now.
No,
That's that look.
I'm not doing it. I just think the inoculation was rushed. And I'm kind of piggybacking off Catherine Edwards, the scientific director from Vanderbilt vaccine research program. And she crunched the numbers. I mean, she talked about how 28% of the people would do it, and the rest of the percentage was just hesitant. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm one of those people. To keep it short, I think the vaccine was rushed, and I just think it's backed by politics more than science. So I will not be getting it.
Uncle Lou.
I hate the fact that we think so much alike. I think it was rushed. No, seriously, I think it was rushed more on politics than anything. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm gonna keep it super short. You know, I ain't about to crunch no numbers. I ain't about to do too much of reading because, for one, they're about to give us a vaccine for a virus, disease, whatever you want to call it, for something they still truly don't understand. So now you have a vaccine for something you truly don't
Right.
understand. That's you know what I'm saying. That's like me. Like I just put everything in like sports and just regular life. That's like me. Like if I don't know how to run a cover 2 man, I'm not just gonna keep sending wild. You know what I'm saying? Sending wild plays out there to get you beat. I'm just gonna be like, hey, look, man, look, we got to. We got to take this elbow until we actually find something that works. I'm not gonna keep taking, because for real, they know if they say they have a vaccine, how scared a lot of these people are. They're gonna jump on it to take it. They don't care. They're gonna pay for it. And then I like what I've been hearing. A lot of people that's doing like different companies that cover people with healthcare and all. They're not even trying to cover people with pre-existing conditions.
Yeah, right
So
there.
you telling me now, guess what? Guess what's about to happen? You got to pay for that out the pocket. And guess what the people gonna do? They're gonna charge you out the ass.
Exactly.
All the way. And what happened?
So now, me personally, now I think it's a political thing. Now it's a profit.
Yep.
If I know if I know people out here asking for, put it like this. If you ask me, hey, you know what I'm saying, you like peanut butter? Oh, you know You know what I'm saying? Say peanut butter wasn't invented, but people like, oh, well, I wish we had something to go with this jelly. Guess what? I'm gonna come up with something. It might not be the best thing to go with the jelly. I might have came up with Nutella. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the case, man, I'm just throwing something out there because people are asking for it. It might not be the best thing. It might not be actually the actual solution. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just throwing because that's what the people want. We're still in a pandemic. And they're just trying to give us something to kind of make us feel a little better about the situation. Exactly. And then, like, Rick, like you say, oh, what if, your job is, motherfucker, it's a choice. Motherfuckers still don't want to wear masks.
Exactly.
So you telling me I have to, you're going to take my job for a vaccine when clearly I know for a fact you support people not wearing a fucking mask. I want to say another thing, but I'm gonna leave it alone. But I mean, just sit and think about it. I know a lot of people are just, they want it because they're, they're scared. They don't want to give it to their family, their kids, and all that. That's understandable, bro. I understand that.
But if you take the extra precautions you need to take, then you ain't gotta worry about it.
You're supposed to do and wash your ass. Like you supposed to be doing and wash your hands and stop. My thing is, why are you grown ass people still just sticking your finger in your mouth? They gotta tell you not to put your hands in your ass. Like, come on, bro. Like, I see people, and this how people are so scared. I see people with gloves on, go in the store, get right in their car, and
with
drive off with the same fucking gloves.
Don't make no damn sense.
But they're so pressed to get a vaccine. You could actually be preventing yourself from catching it, but you just
I've yet to meet anybody who's pressed for a vaccine, though.
It's a lot of them.
It's a lot of people, bro.
It's too many. It's too many of them.
Didn't the president of the United States at the time supposedly have COVID, and then 3 days later didn't have it because he did a refresh thing that he's been talking about? If you've been pushing for this, like, why haven't we heard anything about it?
Wasn't that 2 episodes ago?
Like,
we both
come
stopped.
on, bro.
But
Like, that don't make no sense. And then he's in Florida. Like, come on, bro.
Me and Keon researched this, right?
Refresh? That sounds like he got
Keon, your son.
Yeah.
My son.
Yeah.
We researched this. This COVID goddamn flu or whatever you want to call it, this COVID disease was invented. It was invented.
Now, hold a second now.
In 2001. Let me make sure.
Hold a second. You're saying some things here. I gotta fact check you on that too.
Don't worry about it. I'm about to do it right now.
Well, we'll come to that too as well.
Let me just finish this off. The vaccine, for me, I've never had the flu shot and never had the flu, so you tell me.
Exactly. And you'll never have the flu until you get the vaccine. But I've never had the flu. One time when I had flu symptoms, somebody was like, "Oh, that sounds like the flu." Bro, I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did, and you could ask Walter Rogers this. I didn't feel too good. I was like, my body's kind of aching, and y'all know what I did. I suited up, put a hat on like this, a hoodie, and before we were wearing masks, I had something to cover my face. I went to the gym, ran on the treadmill 2 days straight, bro.
Nigga, you lying. You drank ginger ale.
Nah, I'm not for that. I drink ginger ale for serious things, man. Medical things. I got shot last week. I was like, give me the ginger ale. Nah, but seriously, I literally sweated out. It was like, oh, if you had them symptoms, you had the flu. I was like, I was better in 3 days. I had like a little scratchy throat, but that was it. It was, you didn't have the flu then. Okay, well, I mean, the fuck.
And it's one thing about the vaccine.
So I can't.
For anyone that may not know, I think we all here know, but just for anybody out there, that they give you a little bit of the virus too as well.
Every vaccine.
Just to make sure. I know we know
you
that,
don't
but
want
just
to catch
put it on
it, but
record.
you gonna let them give you some of it.
So they're putting COVID. They'll put COVID in your body.
I'm cool.
A little bit of it, just a little dose of it, just so your antibodies can get used to that.
But you can just catch it and.
We're on our second shot.
You want to fight COVID? Just get coughed in the face by somebody that had COVID.
Now,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
No, hold a second. Now, I'm going to me and Manny here because that's at least to another point. Our line of work.
Yeah.
We just got to get it.
Yeah,
there's no choice. There ain't no choice there.
That's tough, bro.
This is how it's going to be.
Yep.
When I get the shot, I'll let y'all know that, hey, I just got the shot. And then I'll give it a couple days. We'll see what happens from there. Yeah,
exactly. I think both of y'all said, because, I mean, your body might react different than
it could.
But
it's responsible to me at that point to let everybody know that I'm in contact with, that I got the shot. So,
but based off your occupation and your importance, you might get a different vaccine. Nah, seriously though.
Yeah, because
I've known 2 people like specifically who got COVID tests, and based off their insurances, one got the test that go all the way up, and one just got a swab around the nasal.
At the same time,
but the one who just got the swab had better insurance
from my job that's lesser than the medication that the average person's health provider would get. Like mine was chopped by Chico in Mexico when theirs was done in a.
Is that medication?
There you go.
I don't sound like it.
It felt like it. It was
Most
Ambien.
I'm gonna have to read that.
Okay.
I took this one thing of Ambien, and usually, I take Ambien for my sleep schedules for when I'm working all kinds of hours of the night.
Yeah.
To get myself set. So this one time I took some Ambien. I've been taking Ambien, not regularly, but as needed for the past 15 years. We go back about 12 at the 12-year mark when I'm taking Ambien.
Right.
All right. I've been taking Ambien for 12 years, right? I know what I can do on Ambien between the time I take that pill to the time I need to beat my ass in the bed.
Right.
We're talking anywhere, less than a 30-minute time frame. I'm thinking I can take Ambien, walk to my shower, which is like on the backside of Ricky, come out the shower, come back, go to bed. Took this one thing Ambien. I get in the shower, I turn the water on, I'm literally about to pass out in the shower. And if anybody knows me, one of the worst ways I'm scared to die is in the shower naked drowning. So
The taste of that.
it's a whole. I can go through a whole
Drowning in the
15-minute
shower.
dissertation. Y'all want to know how?
Drowning?
Yeah,
Why you naked in the shower?
You fall asleep in it.
Why you mean, nigga?
Washing your ass, you fall asleep. You fall asleep. You wake up, and next thing you know, you can't move because you're paralyzed. Then your mouth full up with water, and you die. Right? You drown to death. It's bad. It's horrible.
What happened?
So
The Ambien.
yeah,
Oh, okay,
you can't
okay.
move. You're tired.
Yeah.
I thought I was.
Yeah, you're asleep, but you're not. But
No.
anyways,
Ambien pretty strong.
It is. It's really strong.
Yes,
I forgot about the Ambien.
Yes,
I'm
so,
sorry.
like-
I forgot. That was all I was. I was like, why did you fall
all
asleep?
drugs aren't cut the same, even
no,
if it's
definitely.
the same.
I definitely
people
agree.
get. And even
Definitely
then, back
agree.
to the point too, some of us have no choice to get it. Hey,
I'm
same
just
thing we
saying it
said.
might not affect y'all
It may not, but at the
as it
same
would
time,
affect a pest
Yeah.
control technician. If
It
you
may not.
looking at
but
somebody
Yeah,
who do
I-
your job
so
and
when
you
it comes
looking at
to what they were
somebody who
saying.
just do pest
So
control,
without displaying
it might
too
be a
much-
different vaccine.
yeah, but without displaying too much on what we do on
Could be,
air,
bro.
for what we do in the contracts given for building things, contracts given for medicine, contracts given for all kinds of things, usually goes to the lowest bidder.
True.
Definitely true.
That's big pharma.
So, who's to say the drugs, vaccines, anything I get is any better than the common populace? I mean, say common, but if you got decent insurance, most times you're probably doing better than me.
Hey, if you got money, you good. That's all.
You're better than me.
You
Exactly.
solid.
That's what I'm saying.
Kiana.
Yeah,
I,
y'all on the same page. It's-
I want to end off with Kiana. I want to see exactly your references right there.
All right, so this is.
And I'm not gonna give you the answers to I haven't fact checked anything what you're saying right here, but we'll go back and look at it, and maybe another podcast we'll actually go back and do
So
that.
coronavirus, U.S. This is the patent number 101-307-0152. The inventors are Erica Bickerton, Sarah Kemp, and Paul Brenton. Current assignee is Per Bright Institute. Okay. The application started in July of 2014, and when we read this, it was somebody else. So this is how much media.
What
can
website are
change.
you getting this from?
This is I just googled the patents, the patent itself. It gives the present invention provides a live, unactuated coronavirus compromising a variant replicates gene encoding polyproteins compromising a mutation in one or more of non-structural proteins. This is what it's supposed to be. Again, it is a live coronavirus.
And
Live.
coronavirus is also the cold, the flu. Those are all coronaviruses. too, as
Exactly.
well. Yeah.
But this one in particular, this is not COVID-19 because they've tested millions of them. It's claim number 1. It is infectious bronchitis virus, IBV. Now, when the coronavirus first started, there were multiple people who were going to the ERs and emergency cares, and they were being diagnosed with severe upper respiratory infections.
Yeah, like SARS. Yeah, for sure. You remember SARS?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So severe upper respiratory infections, not knowing that they had contracted the coronavirus already, but it wasn't in the air. I myself and my whole entire household had been diagnosed with a severe upper respiratory infection.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say it took us out, it took the whole house out.
I remember that. That was
I
back in...
almost died.
I was like, hey, he
I
said
remember
that
he
was
got sick though. I remember I called him.
December,
Hard.
December
He was like,
2019.
bro, I'm not-
December 2019.
December 2019.
He
Yeah.
probably had
He got-
COVID-19 like
Bro,
he got
I
the
had
man
it,
flu.
bro.
No,
I had
and
it.
when
Nah,
I tell
bro,
you,
he
it
was
wasn't
hit.
like
I know.
he
He
was.
was hit. I
Don-
remember
Donnell
Donnell
calling
got it
him, bro.
first. When I tell you he was sick, this is not an exaggeration. He had hot ass fever. His heart rate was high. His blood pressure was high. Donnell was hot and cold for days. When I tell you days, I got it towards the end. Moms always get it last. It's a known fact.
You got
they
it on
take
the
care.
boat.
They take care of everybody else.
Who's on the boat?
I get
She got it on the boat.
I did get it on the boat.
On the Love Boat?
She was on the cruise.
As a matter of
Oh.
fact, I did get it on the cruise.
yeah.
The very first night we were on a cruise, I had an extremely sore throat to the point where I could not eat and I could not drink. Probably like one day out of the 5 we were on a cruise, I was okay. When I tell you I could not drink, the only thing I drank was hot tea. That was it. I lost weight on the cruise because I could not eat. When I came home, I was good though. I did what my mama told me to do. Drink
Shout
some
out to
tea.
mama.
Some ginger ale.
No ginger ale. Tea with lemon,
I had ginger ale.
crackers. She told me to use the onions in my socks. Put the shaved ginger on my test to get all that congestion and stuff out, and I was good. But I didn't know that I had actually contracted the coronavirus.
So you telling me in 5 days, maybe
5 days.
5-6 days, you used home remedies?
Home remedies. No, it only took 2 days for those home
Oh,
remedies.
I just
Two.
wanted to.
2 days for those home remedies.
I just wanted to make sure that's what I was hearing.
Yeah,
I was hit for
2.
like
And
a
it
week.
took the government. How long?
So to move, before we move on to our second shot, or I'm sorry, our third shot, home remedies is what you're recommending over the vaccine.
Absolutely. All day.
And these home remedies are?
For the fever,
Yes.
put onions in your socks.
What does that do?
The onions takes out the
Detoxify.
moisture in
Yeah,
your
pretty
body.
much,
It
yeah.
detoxifies it.
Okay, what else?
Shave ginger on your chest.
Ginger.
Ginger. Shave ginger.
Okay.
Fresh ginger, not fresh shaved ginger. The ginger root, the actual ginger root. Shave it down like a paste.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on your chest.
Mm-hmm.
Wrap some saran wrap. When you wake up, it will be black. It is going to scare the shit out of you. I'm not gonna lie. But I guarantee you, in 2 days, your chest will not be congested anymore.
Yeah, if you ain't got the ginger on you, you ain't black.
Forget the Vicks.
I keep
That's-
ginger.
We keep ginger.
Yeah, I keep it too.
We keep ginger.
What else you got?
That was it.
Lemon.
Orange juice, vitamin C, any of that?
Anything that bring up mucus.
Yes.
Okay.
Get the mucus out your body. Alkaline, all of it.
That's true too as well.
Yeah.
As far as everything you said, that PAT number, I'm gonna look into that and we'll do some research. I'm not calling you out saying you're wrong. I just wanna do a little just for the viewers out there, for the people. And yeah, we'll go with information. We'll run with that for now. We'll on to our third shot. Third shot. Evictions coming up due to COVID-19.
Yep.
Allow me to talk on this. CNET.com. National Eviction Memorandum for 2020. What to know about a declaration form and November 1st rent. A nationwide ban on evictions will last through December 31st, but tenants who are behind on rent must advocate for themselves. Let BNY explain.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. The U.S. is currently under a national eviction memorandum that stops landlords from evicting tenants who do not pay rent until at least December 31st, 2020. Although the previous eviction ban was part of the CARES Act, only coverage of certain properties, this current memorandum effectively protects everyone living in one of the nation's roughly 43 million rental properties, regardless of the kind of building they live in. So if you rent, sounds like this applies to you if you're dealing with this particular situation. Well, let me continue. There's a catch. Tenants who fall in behind on rent must sign a declaration form and submit it to their landlord stating they lost income due to the coronavirus pandemic and have made an effort to look for financial assistance, as well as a few other conditions. This part is critical, more below. Some states and cities continue to have their own eviction bans on the books. Here's an up-to-date list. For this particular article, I will make sure that I post this and tonight's chat too as well, and also I post this for the audio viewers too when it pops out. A few offer more protection than the federal eviction memorandum, but have let their laws expire. Landlord associations have also begun challenging many of the orders preventing evictions, including the nationwide ban, but so far there have been few, if any, victories for property owners. Despite this, landlords across the country have continued to file evictions against tenants, sometimes when the tenant simply didn't know about the required declaration.
Ooh.
Basically, if you're not signing the proper paperwork, and you're under these circumstances when it comes to COVID and your rent, you can be kicked out of your house here in about a month or so.
And I think that you should be.
You say you don't think.
I do.
You do think.
Because for those of us, because I was one of those people who did not work from March until when I got back to work, August, when school started. I was one of those people who did not get unemployment insurance. I didn't get it. From March to August is when it stopped. You were getting an extra $600 a month. I mean, $600 a week, excuse me. On top of maxed out pay.
Is that for the state or that for the country?
This is for Maryland State.
Well, it was $600. That was the thing as far as the CARES Act.
$600 was federal across the board. That was an extra $600.
But that $600 goes by the state, or is it every?
Everybody across the federally got $600.
Yeah.
So
Federally got $600 on top of whatever their unemployment insurance was.
Okay.
So let's just say you only received $214 for your unemployment insurance. You're now receiving $800 for your unemployment insurance, and this is in the lower states. Maryland's max, I think, is like $430 something a week. So you're making $1,200 a week. A week. Okay? Multiply that by, let's just go with the 600. I'm just going to go with the 600. That's $2,400 a month, right? That you're getting.
okay.
There's no reason in hell you should not have been able to pay your bills with that $2,400. If you had to break it down in the state on top of the other unemployment you're getting. Now,
Other employment from like your job,
even
or?
this is if you were receiving unemployment due to you being laid off because of COVID.
Okay, so if you get laid off, I mean, I'm unfamiliar because I've been laid off.
Okay.
On a large scale. Do you get packages to where it's like you get 3 months, or is it like continuous?
No. So if you received unemployment due to you being laid off for COVID, whenever it stopped. So from March, when we first went into COVID, I think it was like March 20 something to August 20 something. They said August 30th was the last day that everybody was going to receive the extra money for the $600.
Okay.
From then, so March, April, May, June, July, August. We're talking about 5 months that you received $2,400 a month. 5 months. And those 5 months, you couldn't pay something towards your rent?
You pay some towards your rent, but can you not pay it all, though?
I'm cool with you not paying it all, but think about it on the back end.
But at the end of the day,
You're making $2,400, and this is only in the state of Maryland. On top of, let's just say, the $300 or $400 a week you getting. So now you're maxing out at like $1,200 a week times 4 weeks.
All right, let's see. Let's do the math real quick.
It's $4,800.
$4,800 a week.
No, $4,800 a month.
Okay, so
you can't pay your rent that month.
Non-taxable.
Non-taxable. That's non-taxable money. Or no,
That's $60,000 a year in DC, in the DMV. That's not shit to some of these people out here.
Some of them.
But what about
But it's more than what they was making though.
Yeah, there's some
Way
people
more than what they was making.
What about the people that made more than $60,000 a year in DC?
A lot of those
They
people
was
who work
paying their rent.
federal government though.
They're not working.
They was still paying their rent though.
They're paying their rent, but what if? I mean,
Where they getting the money
let's
from?
say-
That it's called budgeting.
I mean, there's people who make $100,000 a year don't know how to budget. Believe me, I know people who make that much and don't know how to budget. And they ain't got no wife, no girlfriend, no man, no.
So whose problem is that? Theirs or the government's? Because they can't budget correctly.
I mean,
because the government is giving you more than you need to sustain.
They were budgeting off a reliable career they had before a disease came out of nowhere and started killing all these niggas.
So again, when you look at those people who make $100,000 a year, we'll go with $100,000 a year because the median in PG County, Maryland, is $80,000.
That's
If
about
both-
what
if
that's
both
about
people-
those numbers. That's about those numbers.
If there
stop
are
at.
2 people in that household, right?
If it's one, there's one person that makes
If
$100,000.
there's one person in that household and your rent, and we're talking about rent, because he said rent. We're going to go specifically off rent. If your rent is more than $2,200 a month, you still had another $2,600.
I'm doing the mathematics. I'm going off the rent that I pay, and I know how much I make. And no, that doesn't work.
Why doesn't it work?
Because I don't want to talk about how much I make.
Okay.
Back of my head hurt right here.
We on shot number 3.
Yeah, my rent is very close to the numbers you're talking, and I don't make $100,000 a year. So, and like luckily I've been employed the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say there's someone, cause like cause like DC, the DMV into Baltimore is very heavily, federal government.
Yeah.
A lot of furloughs happen, and the people who got furloughed, as opposed to contracts that could not get fulfilled from COVID, those contracts pay out from anywhere between $70,000 and $120,000.
They were also paid a severance pay.
Yes,
furlough means that they will be able to go back to work.
Yes, so we're talking about rent.
Contractors don't
These
get
contractors,
retro pay.
you might paying rent. These people are making this much money probably for years. They just not paying rent. At this point, they've been making this money for God knows how long. They probably drive Porsches. They probably drive this, that, and the other. This is reliable income they've had for years that doesn't come out of COVID. Don't come. This is a once in a lifetime thing. So like
True.
everybody, I'm just saying, like, I don't think it's. I mean, just people who are who are negligent with their money and didn't do things right, but there's people who probably done everything right and things didn't work. Because outside of that, you got to understand that there's people who are paying child support. There's people who are paying, like, taking care of family on the side. It's a lot of other things. To say anybody who made this much money and couldn't pay their bills is fucking ridiculous.
Well, I'm not saying all of them.
That's true.
What you're saying is a very true statement. I'm saying at some point in those 5 or 6 months, because some people are still out of jobs. And at some point in those 5 or 6 months, you could have paid more than half of those 5 or 6 months with the money that you were getting.
Let me get this comment real quick.
Oh.
Yeah, shout out to DC on Twitch. But Manny, she's talking about people should be budgeting with emergency funds.
Absolutely.
And hi, Ricky. Hi, DC. How you
Yes, emergency funds. Cool.
What was that,
But
BC?
people should be, but do we really? Cause
So is it?
COVID is an emergency.
So is it fair? Okay, now let me ask you this question: for people who are renting, right?
Mhm.
Their landlords also rely on the money that they're getting from
Oh,
renting.
my landlord's gone. My landlord's already. They don't care about that shit.
Exactly. So the people who are and he specifically said renting. This is why I'm going off renters.
Mm-hmm.
For the people who he said are renting, landlords have to live off of some type of money too, right?
Yes.
Even though they have homes of their own, they are renting out these properties. Should it be fair for a landlord to accept the fact that you haven't paid your rent in 5 or 6 months?
Why isn't he budgeting?
Who? The
The
landlord?
landlord.
I'm not saying that he's not
As a
budgeting.
landlord, I budgeted.
No,
my
I'm just
house,
asking.
my
I'm
house
just-
sat empty for 8 months when I left here last time. And I budgeted right, and I did it right. Now, let's say 8 months for a house in the DMV. When I moved to Oklahoma City, my pay went down a lot, and I still made that happen. Now,
So you said you did what? What's the key word in that sentence?
Well, hear me out.
No, what's the key word?
I said I budgeted.
Oh, okay. That's
But-
what I'm talking about right now.
But I was married at the time. I had a dual income household, and even then, I had the same job, but my pay went down drastically because of the way my pay is set up.
Hey, Manny, watch your mic.
Sorry. So if the way my pay is set up, my pay went down drastically, and I made that happen. Now, it was a tight fit, but at the same time, I don't really live beyond my means much at all.
So say
back
that
then.
word again. You don't do what?
I don't, but I'm saying, like, when I say I don't live beyond my means, I live below what the status quo was for the average American.
But Manny, you're talking about yourself though.
Yeah.
I know. That's my
But
thing.
you're talking about anecdotal though.
I ain't the model citizen in this.
It's
I'm
hard
trying to say
when
that
you,
there's
like
other
he
people.
said, this COVID came out of nowhere.
I had one
And I
property.
agree with you. People
I had
should
one
budget
property.
for things.
78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
Yes.
But like he was saying, the people that was making this much money and they so used to it, they driving Porsches. But you know what I'm saying? They're not. Granted, they should have budgeted way better, but they thinking that
Do you
okay,
budget
I
off of
set
global
this
pandemic
as a
shutting
career
down the
job,
city to
so
where
they
your
not
ass can't go to
thinking
McDonald's
that
without wearing
they
a
would have to
fucking
put something to the
a
side.
jacket?
I'm
where
gonna be
they
honest
hit.
with you. When the pandemic hit, we only had we had 2 incomes in my household, but it was only Donnell's income we lived off of. Like dead ass serious. It was only Donnell's income. Do you know how hard that was for me to budget? And we still paid our rent. It was hard as hell. You know how hard it is for me not to get shoes? I'm a shoe freak. Do you know how hard it is for Donnell not to get shoes?
Hey, you ain't no shoe freak.
you
I'm
know
just
you
fucking
lying.
around.
But
Fuck
y'all
what you
talking
mean.
about simple. Y'all talking about stuff like getting shoes. These people talking about like not paying bills.
No, I'm saying, do you know how
Yeah.
hard
He does
it
have
was?
he has a
Like you
point
said.
right there. Like people putting food on the table versus like things that
So
you want.
listen, so
wants versus needs.
Now listen, as a want, if you were receiving pandemic unemployment, you automatically qualified for food stamps, and not you automatically qualified for
Yep.
the max. So your food was taken care of by the government.
How publicly was
your
that?
extra what?
How public was that?
It was made public.
Very public.
Very
Oh,
public.
Extremely public.
It
Yeah.
was,
Very public.
everywhere.
I don't know. I mean,
So
I ain't hear it.
the government also
I ain't
gave
hear
you
it. Yeah, they
an
definitely
extra
made it.
$600, right? Now, some people they decided to save this money because they knew this time will be coming up for evictions. But there are a lot of people who spent that money recklessly, and they are now facing evictions
Hey,
because of it.
Raise your
Okay,
hand if you knew
so-
somebody else buying clothes during the pandemic. Come on now.
yep, I didn't buy.
Not
clothes.
you.
Do you
Raise
know
somebody you know somebody.
who spent their money recklessly during the pandemic because they had an extra some
DC
extra
hand raise.
change?
There it is right there.
Everybody
I mean,
knows
I didn't know
somebody.
it. I wasn't in y'all pockets. I mean, if
Not
anybody
us.
No,
in y'all-
just like people were saying, like I got this
Like,
extra bread
do
on
you
my
know-
head.
Yeah.
So, like, we talking about this. So, how about just spend it? You know, what about a single person making money, right?
Oh,
And pandemic hits, right?
okay.
They're paying child support, but they don't have any children, so their child support don't change. But what relief did they have paying child support to another person at an outrageous amount, given the pandemic, you know, and all that stuff's going on, and that doesn't change.
So
What relief did those people get?
this is
Asking for myself.
Will you do your due justice as a person and do your research? Because if you would have did your research, then you would have known that you could have went back to court and filed an amendment and saying you do not have income at that time, or your income has been severely lower, and they will lower your child support to whatever the hell your income is. Yes, you will have to pay a portion of that, or they will stop it for a period of time until the pandemic ends. This is people not doing their damn research.
So when the pandemic ends, financially, the pandemic ends at the end of the month, does it not?
it ended.
It ended already.
No, they extended it to December.
All I'm
What,
saying
the
is,
pandemic?
As far as the
Yeah.
evictions go.
McDonald's ain't hiring rocket scientists. There's a bunch of people with some powerful shit behind them, and they not getting these lower level jobs to make ends meet.
But some money is better than no money, right?
It is. It's not on them. It's the people hiring them. Well, I'm not gonna hire you because as soon
So-
as your shit get popping, your ass out of here.
So mainly talking about like individuals that had like 80, 100K jobs. They got furloughed. Well, not so much furloughed because you still can something from there. But they got like completely laid
Most
off.
people that make 100K, they know what to do with their money.
They still qualify
Th-
for
th- th- I
unemployment.
swear that's-
though.
I-
They
That's true,
definitely
too, as well.
And if
qualify
they
for
not
unemployment.
not contracting, they still get retro pay.
Yeah, but
And on top of that,
I'm just
they
asking
got
the
a
question. I
severance
don't-
pay
Yeah,
for their
no, I know.
job. If they were in government and they got furloughed,
politicking.
they got a damn severance pay. That severance pay was for you to use your money wisely through the pandemic. Now, nobody knew how
'cause I
long
don't
this
know anybody
pandemic was
personally
going to last.
struggling. I really don't know anybody personally struggling.
I know a lot of people.
But the thing
A
is
lot of
that you're
people.
talking from your own personal experience.
Right.
Oh no, I still
The
have
country
a
as a
job.
whole is
No,
hurting
it's not
still.
hurting.
They are still
I mean, I still
Drastically.
Yeah.
Drastically.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can't look at yourself
I'm
for
not
what you
saying
know.
drastically.
You go
personally,
from
I'm
there.
not talking from my own personal experience because we have people that watch the show. I get paid. I pay my things. I'm good. I have my shit. Do not get me in trouble. So like,
We have people
But
that watch-
other
Clear that
people, what I'm saying in general, like as a general population, a lot of Americans got this $600,
okay.
right? They refused to go back to work because they were getting paid more on unemployment than they were with their job. So if
Oh, yeah,
you are
that
getting
happened.
paid, if you are
That
getting
absolutely
paid
happened.
more on unemployment than you
Like,
do
why
at
go
your
back?
job, you are budgeting your money according to what you were getting paid at your job, which means your rent should not be higher than what you were getting paid at your job. So if you're getting this extra money, your goal should have been to put some of this money away. The ones who are facing evictions, I feel like at some point you should have paid a portion of what your rent was for the month, and your landlord might have been a little bit more lenient because he seen that you were actually making an effort. For the ones who didn't pay any rent for the whole time, I feel like it's bullshit and you should get evicted.
And the thing about this too as well,
I won't wish
I
this shit on
I
nobody.
would say this though.
Sorry.
I mean, I wouldn't, but I'm just saying, from a business standpoint,
I mean,
you can't stay in my house if you can't pay the rent. If you showed some effort,
as a landlord, yes.
Say you only was paying your rent was $1,600-$1,700, and you like, hey, I can't pay all of that, but I can pay half of it, and we'll work on it once I get my job back. That would have shown me that you've shown me more of an effort towards getting something done during the pandemic than not paying anything at all.
As a landlord, when the pandemic first hit, do you not reach out to your tenant and say something, or do you just wait for the money to
My
hit?
landlord didn't reach out to me.
Landlord's a landlord.
They'll have no obligation. When you sign that lease, it says you're supposed to pay your money at this time. It's
True.
you
I
as
get
an
what
adult.
you're saying,
Nah, if you a landlord that don't reach out and they don't pay you the money, how much you gonna lose trying to go through the wickets to get them put out your house, as opposed to calling them at the beginning of everything and figuring everything out and getting a plan together with your tenants.
So I'm gonna ask you a question, right?
Now, hold a second. A lot of landlords did do that. I know.
I'm about to say it was one in New York.
I'm just saying
because well known for he contacted people,
because of her thought
gave them
process.
2 months, 2-3 months, and was like, "Look, hey,
landlords are covered too, though.
They are
pretty sure
They can't get covered through the payroll protection.
As a landlord, a previous landlord, I would have reached out to my tenant, but hey, this is going on. Are you straight? If not, you need to call me. We need to figure everything out, and we gonna have a plan so they don't feel like, because when somebody get pushed in the corner with the unknown, even though there's all these things, people get pushed in the corner with the unknown, and they spend money recklessly, or they don't know what to do. They're all flustered, whatnot. Me as a landlord, me as a person, I want my tenants to be comfortable. Because at the same time, you living in my house. Like, no one take care of your shit more than you do.
Right.
So like, I'm gonna reach out to you and make sure, hey, you got this going on. Like, I'm not trying to be in your pockets, but if you can't do this, let's get a plan to make this happen the right way, so you caught up when all these things happen. Part of being a landlord is reading up on all that shit, so when you go to your tenants, you know better, and you can explain to them your options. If you want your money the right way. Now, you cannot say nothing and kick their ass out and be out of fucking thousands of dollars. But that's not me.
But I
Kiana, real quick. DC says he likes you. Kiana be on every single
responsible.
man's responsible.
Sometimes.
Kiana be on every single podcast that she wants to be on from here on out. She's a hardcore member. Kiana, please.
Manny, I do agree with you. There are some landlords that did reach out, but then there are ones who feel like you as an adult should reach out to me. This is your financial situation. This is your burden to hold. So you should reach out to me, because we supposed to be able to communicate. I don't know what your financial situation is. I don't know if you got laid off from your job. So why am I calling you? You are my tenant. If you cannot pay your rent as my tenant, then you need to contact me and let me know.
Now, with that right there, not to cut
What
you
would you
off.
lose by not doing it? That's what I'm saying.
But hold a second. At some point, you have to assume personal responsibility for yourself.
Exactly.
You got to be an adult.
That's
Even with the landlord and the tenant, like, you have to be a fucking adult.
I'm assuming personal responsibility of my personal revenue, so I'm going to reach out and make sure I get my money on time.
Yeah, because that's your business. That's how
business.
you eating, bro.
But you know, the other thing is
you don't
that.
sit back on business.
Hold a second. You're not saying anything wrong.
Oh, no, I'm not.
But you can't say that point right there by saying the tenant shouldn't do anything at the same time.
I ain't saying they shouldn't.
Both of them should come together
No,
at the
I'm not
table
saying they shouldn't.
if there's a problem.
I'm not saying they shouldn't. I'm saying, all I said was there are tenants out there that are going through things, and there's so many. It's a wide variety of whys.
The tenant should say
There's
something.
this ignorance. There's ignorance, and there's I can't do this. But at the same time, like, if they don't, because there's gonna be onesie twosies. Like, this is not a blanket argument. But I'm saying on both sides,
it's complex. It's definitely complex.
It's very complex. So
Yeah.
as a landlord, I'm saying, if I'm a landlord, I'm reaching out to my tenants. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna wait till they can't pay me and just kick them out. I'm not gonna do that. And
But again, we talking
there are
about
landlords
you.
doing that.
We talking about just you as a
But
person.
I'm saying, but landlords, I just want to know someone who's a landlord that thinks that's a good idea. What do y'all gain? Y'all need to let me know. Put me on game so I can start kicking niggas out.
So quick
Without
question.
saying
Not
shit.
that, I mean, it's on the same subject. If say they are kicking these people out, right? Saying they have nowhere to go.
Right.
And since, we have a vaccine and the pandemic's supposed to be over, let's
We ain't
say
no vaccine
we
yet.
don't have a vaccine and we put these people on the street, homeless. Would the COVID numbers rise?
They are rising already.
Know what I'm saying? But think about it. You got people that can actually stay home for 2 weeks, but now they're on the street. Well, the
It'll
numbers
definitely be a spike.
That's what I'm saying. So
Definitely.
we're going to. That's crazy. I mean, I was just thinking that, like, if you put people out, you gotta, let's just say, just a husband and wife. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, it's one of those situations where communication is key to
True.
all relationships. Landlord, tenant, husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. Like,
True.
communication is definitely key. Communicate with your landlord what your issue is. Communicate with your landlord
That's
that you
buckets.
can't pay your rent.
That's
Communicate with your landlord that you have these things going on and you can't do it. The same way you would communicate with your mama about your feelings, communicate with your landlord about your paycheck. Because ultimately, that's who you paying your rent to. Communication is key in this process. And if these tenants weren't communicating with their landlord that they couldn't do A, B, and C, then that's an issue.
Hey, this third shot right here, Keanu just turned the goddamn Shaq in 2000, putting up 36 and 16. You got that one all day.
I mean, we can go back and talk about.
I'm about to
the
say,
black
I'm pretty
community, how
sure
to
his
not
landlords don't
educate
really
and
give a
do
fuck
things, but
if
we're
they
not
say
gonna do
something
that,
to
are
him or
we?
not. You have my money,
Some,
it'll go.
some don't, but some
That's
do,
what I'm saying.
though. You
But
know
with
what
them
I'm saying?
some, let's say like with them some, you got a couple extra more homeless people, bro. Like that's that couple hundred. You got 50 catching the corona and
But
then
that's
spreading
what-
it, and then
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
That's not a landlord problem right there.
No, it's not. I'm just saying.
my
I'm just talking
pocket's
about
like, that's a
in general.
landlord problem.
Yeah, well, I'm just asking.
Regardless,
it was on
though,
my
we're gonna
mind.
put the information out there for everybody, at least in the BNY group.
Not only that, I read
And they can
something
share
the
it from
other
there
day.
to
Let me
everyone,
share
to their
this with
friends. Hey, Keanu, you get the last one, then we move on from there.
CC, this is something that I read the other day. In the event that you have to leave work for any reason, the FMLA has now declared. I'm gonna let y'all. Well, it's audio, but
You good? What you got for us?
it is. Hold on, cause I do a lot of stuff. I'm trying to look for it. We come back to it.
We come back to it.
Yeah, we come back to it.
We put a
Yeah,
part
I'm
of
about
our
to say, I
missed
think
shots
that's
at the
something I
end.
need to hear.
Yeah, we put a part of our missed shots at the end.
Plain and simple. Look into your FMLA. The government has now put a new plan in action. If for any reason you have to take 2 weeks out because of COVID, your employer is supposed to pay you for those 2 weeks. 80 hours. They're supposed to pay you for those 80 hours. It
That's
is
true.
in the federal guidelines
Yep.
for Department of Labor. You now should be able to get paid if you have to take off for any time
At the
during
quarantine, right?
this process. Not if you have to take care of somebody, it is now in your FMLA. I forgot what the acronym is, but look it up. It's in the Department of Labor guidelines that your employer has to pay you for those 80 hours.
There it is.
I stamped that.
Fourth shot. What's that right there? It says BNY versus the internet. What the
Yeah.
hell are we doing tonight? BNY versus the internet. I think for BNY versus the internet,
It's about to get
I don't even know.
it's about to get wild in here.
It's
man.
time. Is that time?
It's that time.
Versus the
Now,
internet.
I'll tell you what BNY versus
Internet.
It's part of
the internet undefeated, bro.
It is. It is. We about to find out real quick.
They say the internet
Hey,
is undefeated, bro.
Hey, was somebody mind walking inside and grabbing that almond milk that's in the refrigerator?
Yo, he said he got the little joint right
Fuck no, bring the almond milk too. We told
Nah, Manny gonna need that almond milk.
I'm
Was
gonna need almond milk.
You're the closest one to the door.
Damn, now. Can I introduce the
Why
topic?
you looking at
first?
me? Why you close to I'm the first? She's still in. I'm
just
the
wanted to go
furthest
get the
away from the
codes.
door. Besides Manny, so I mean,
I just wanted to go get the codes.
Hey, Keanu, you good? All right, appreciate it. Thank you very
Can I hit
much.
that a couple times?
We probably gonna flip the codes over first, though. Let me get to the spill. Unless we flip the codes over. The codes need to be flipped over, but it's not gonna be as good though. I'm telling you that right now. Hey, all right, we got a little hookah. We got a hookah. I'm a doctor. Come to this. I'm telling you right now. We gotta flip the codes, but enjoy that smoke. So BNY versus internet. It's part of the BNY 8 for 8. We take on the internet challenge halfway through the podcast now. So for today's internet challenge, Manny, he has 3 habanero peppers right there. He has to eat within 15 seconds.
3 of them.
Whoa.
I thought it was one, bro.
Yeah. Uncle Lou know about that shit.
How
thought it
many
was one.
peppers on that plate?
3.
I can
Okay.
count. There's 3 of them though.
Exactly,
He
3.
said 3 compensate for 1 ghost pepper.
That's what I said right there. It's 3 right there.
And since he
Oh,
couldn't find
because
the
it was
ghost
the
pepper,
ghost pepper. I've had the ghost pepper, man.
Let
I'm
me
be
get like
honest with you.
23 seconds, bro.
23 seconds.
24 for Kobe.
Wow.
Dang.
You gonna pour that
He
car
hit
in
him
there.
with the
man.
All right,
goal.
good. If you get
Manny
24 for
is a
Kobe,
genius,
you
bro.
I get 2 minutes for Gianna.
Is that how long it took for your baby born?
No, you don't get that right
What are
there.
2 minutes from Gianna?
She wore number 2.
How she wear number 2? She ain't in the league.
Wow.
Shit,
really?
the League of Humanity.
Exactly, for real.
Don't
She
say-
number 2 in heaven right
Whose
now.
side are you on?
You know.
Nah, you on the gold couch right there. I'll give you 23. I'll give you 24 seconds to eat those peppers. You get 2 minutes. Now these 2 minutes right here, he has no water, no milk, anything. He has to sit in his seat the entire time too, as well. He
Question.
cannot get up.
He
He
has
can't
to
do a
devour
dance.
the whole pepper.
All three of those peppers within 24 seconds.
The stem?
No, he ain't even
Oh.
stem.
You said whole
we
pepper.
don't do 6 stems over here, baby. Come on now.
Hey,
We
hey.
ain't doing that here. We ain't doing that.
That's
all
a
right?
fact.
24 seconds, 2 minutes.
You get 24 seconds to eat those 3 peppers right there. Now, I'm going to put the camera on you.
But I'm gonna say
Camera
this.
on
I'm
you.
gonna say
Respect
this.
you
You
as a
want your
man.
2 minutes to start as fast as possible.
Bro, I'm
So
not
I
even
say
gonna
you
win.
eat them peppers as fast as possible, Andy. I'm in your corner, bro.
This
Well,
is
I ain't
Now,
gonna
when you
get-
spontaneous could bust, I'm going in your pockets. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry.
You ain't gonna find nothing in there.
Bam!
Yeah, you gonna get some
lint.
Samsung pods, some lint,
Annihilator rapper like, oh,
some
yeah,
car
the
keys
mystery
for a
one,
car
son
that's
of a
blocked in
bitch.
right now. I mean, you ain't really doing much.
now the cups are right over there. Okay, the cups are right over there. All right, it's on the liquor cabinet. All right, it's right over there.
Why you
All right.
the phones today, man?
Yeah, no more.
Hey,
All right, hold
hey,
on.
right here it is right here. Almond milk. It's full too as well.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right,
that's
it's full.
probably your best. Yeah, you definitely want to take that
Don't
off.
put that in the camera.
Now, for the record, Manning agreed to this earlier.
It was a challenge.
He said he would do it. He isn't backing down from it. All
He
right.
not.
This is
Jenny, we
BNY
already
versus
got the
internet.
Nice shirt.
Jenny, we already got the milk.
Thank you, man. My homeboy Darnell, man.
Ain't no, we ain't got no milk here. Yeah, that's right. Babe, we got the milk.
We got
We got the milk.
already.
Rick and
hours.
Jet,
Jenny,
I feel
you
sorry
let
for
him do
breakfast
this
in the
to me.
morning.
All
We'll
right.
make it happen. But at this time right now. Oh, courtesy of the hey, shout out to the strawberries. Count with like the little background strawberries.
Listen, when I walked down, I was like,
Help yourself.
That's courtesy
We
of
got
I
Mike.
will,
we got-
even if you told me not
We
to.
got plenty. I know.
I know motherfucker that go in the refrigerator. Hey, how you doing? Hey, you ain't got no more cranberry juice?
Yeah, exactly.
No white grape juice?
You ain't telling. You ain't telling what happened if I make it though, right?
Well, if you make it,
Yeah, if I make it.
What's going down if you make it?
tell the people.
So if I make it through this,
Uh-huh.
I get the bet. I get to throw it on one of y'all next week for some shit.
What? Oh, whoa.
I
Oh,
can't
yeah,
eat.
yeah,
I
oh,
can't
nah,
eat peppers.
The game changed. The narrative changed.
Listen,
Y'all
I'm
see.
getting old. I can't eat peppers, bro.
3 of these, America.
You down?
I ain't
Let
got no
us know
choice
when
now.
you
Y'all put
ready.
me on the spot.
I thought it was
gotta get Ricky.
I thought it was a cash
Oh,
prize
let
or
me get
something.
my timer
Oh, no, this
ready.
for everybody.
24 seconds, right?
Can I get a count
down?
every 5 seconds? No, every 5 seconds I eat them, so I know what I'm doing. Like it's like a fitness test. I need to know
No,
how
let me-
how
I
I'm
might
doing.
want to take
how
that
I'm
heat
pacing.
off, bro.
You
The
want
heat
me-
on.
Hey, it's on high.
That's why it's so goddamn hot in here.
Yeah, that's why
You might want to take that off.
That's on hot.
I took the jacket off. I'm too cool to be hot.
Yeah, but
Yeah, hey, DC, that's a good question, bro.
But can you turn it
What
off?
is that?
though?
How often you eat?
How
When was last night? What did you eat before you
Jenny
got
said
here?
you deprive our kids of the
milk.
milk.
I had
Exactly.
a
Depriving our kids of milk.
Tonight is worth it. Them kids be alright.
Don't do my babies like that.
Um,
Do my babies like
I
that.
had a Popeye's chicken
How long ago was
breast earlier, right before we went on live. Before
Okay.
that, I had some purple Skittles,
Oh,
a bottle of water,
okay.
and yeah, it's been a light day today. I'm scared.
Hey, look, you see my timer, right?
I'm gonna order them the way.
Remember,
I'm
the faster you eat them jumps, the faster your
You
2
said
minutes
let's start
stop,
with
bro.
the big one first. The biggest
in
pepper.
the middle. There, right there, right there.
All
Alright.
right, let me know when you're ready.
Ricky, make
Yeah,
sure
I
Ricky's
got
straight.
that.
Who's gonna be the
24
person that say he
seconds,
ate
okay?
the whole
24
pepper?
seconds, right?
You right beside
I'm
him.
gonna start by 2
Oh,
minutes.
no, he
Okay?
took the
I'm
I'm
top
gonna start by 2
off, bro.
minutes.
That's
I won't put
serious.
this up to the camera. You see
Hey, hold a second. Can you put the peppers on the camera real quick? You show that.
Yeah, show the peppers. Show the peppers. This is real out here. We real. We out here with real peppers, straight out of the, the
Straight out of
peppers,
Wakanda.
the pepper spot. I guess.
What's that?
Pepper Mart.
I ain't gonna make it.
Say it again.
24 seconds.
Time on the
We ain't gonna make it to the 2 minute wait.
Yeah, right there. Go ahead.
We ain't gonna make it to the 2 minute wait.
20. He gets 24 seconds to eat all of these right here. No stems. No stems.
All right, peeled them.
Go.
Go.
My mind.
All right, that's easy. You hear him chewing.
It's only
BNY
easy because we're not doing it. That's
Exactly. It sounds easy. BNY versus the internet.
Come on, you at 15.
God, you had crushed that shit.
Yeah, here we go.
All right.
He got him.
So
Let me know when he's 24. Gotta
5,
speed up.
4. Come on, bro. 3, 2. Stamp. He got it.
All right. So he's
got
gonna
him.
wait 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Stop my man 2 minutes.
So wait 2 minutes.
Stop my man 2 minutes.
Oh, second. How you feeling right now? Talk to me. You had 10 seconds.
Nope.
Oh, you started the phone?
I already started.
Back, because Kiana, like, she was trying to restart
Right here.
the time.
There it is right there.
So, in lighter news,
There's a 77 down the street.
lighter
Make
news,
sure
I heard
it's
they
up.
had a. I'm sorry. I'm trying to help my man Manny here because you know
Where's
what I'm
the
saying.
2-minute marker at? Right?
Come on, you had 30 seconds. You had 30
Don't
seconds.
think about it. Don't think about it. We out here.
That's
we have,
2 minutes and 30 something.
No, don't look at her
bro.
clock. My
It's
clock
not.
is over here.
Yeah, he got it.
Count up,
Yeah.
mine's
Oh,
counting down.
bet.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying. I like you.
No,
got
it's not bad. It's going up
I see you got the.
on a Tuesday.
You got the.
Nah, it's a
Sweating.
Friday, baby. You hurting.
I see you got the pick in there. You got the natural kicking in there. Yeah. Got it. Gucci.
Get it?
Hey, man, how was your week, man? Anything you
Sound
want
like
to share with us?
chewing the peppers over there.
Anything you want to share with us,
Saw
man?
my
that's
kids
going
this
on?
week.
Oh, that's what's up. That's always a beautiful thing.
Hey,
bro.
how the kids doing?
It's always a
Great.
beautiful thing, bro. Anybody's been playing Call of Duty lately? Trying to
Yeah,
get
I've been
your
off
trying to
that
get your
shit.
trick or treat up to
Off
get the
that shit.
new gun.
Yeah.
Off that shit.
You off it?
Off that shit.
Wow, why
He's
you
trying to get
off
off that habanero. That's what he's trying to do.
Why
You
you
can
off
see
the
the
Call
sweat
of Duty
glistening.
for? I just really
Yes.
started getting on
They
it.
say it's definitely glistening.
Hey, you over there looking at that BNY shirt you wearing right now.
Where's that timer?
Bro, don't think
That
about
timer?
it. You good.
I got
you
all
good.
this thing
Time
from
right
the-
here. Take a look at it. There it is right there. You
What?
got 30 seconds.
You
You
got
got 30
30
seconds.
Bro, that's nothing.
Come on, man. You got this.
BNY. We out here.
You manly.
This what we do in BNY. We take care of challenges. We get you out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. Hey,
Yeah.
next week you get to name the challenge and you're whoever you want to name
Yeah,
for it.
that's
Bo, y'all
what
gonna
it
take
is.
one shot of each liquor.
You said y'all. He said one person.
The one person I picked though.
One shot of each liquor, even brown liquor.
Brown liquor,
the
white liquor.
the clear, the cognac, the tequila. It don't matter.
Oh, hold a second. 3, 2, 1, go. You're good.
Nah, we
Get
going
some-
past it. We crushing the internet. We crushing the internet right now. It was 2 minutes of what?
Hey, he's done. That's it.
He just
He's
took
good.
a drink. It was 2 minutes of what? Like,
Go.
I wish it was snowing outside. Just dumping it.
Right.
Hey.
My man
Hey.
didn't take a drink to 2 minutes and 2 seconds. So he
He
beat
needs
that
some
2 minute
milk.
regular jump. So if you out there doing regular 2 minutes, we're letting y'all know now. We're going past 2 minutes over
DC
here.
said the
in
zombie
BNY.
mode the best on Call of Duty.
It is.
You like the zombie mode? It's
Shout
okay.
out.
It's okay.
I love zombie. Call of Duty zombies.
It's
They
okay.
sign me up all day. Hey, for the record though, this segment was brought to you by a sponsor.
It's still hot, bro.
Yeah, I know it is.
You're supposed to lessen it.
Hey, shout out to hey, shout out to our sponsor.
Bro, I did a challenge and I had to drink a whole bottle of hot sauce in a minute.
Yeah.
So I know how he feels, bro.
He's hurting.
Yeah. The only
He's
thing I
hurting.
want was a $50 gift card to Walmart while my face literally was on fire.
You took that Buffalo Wild Wings challenge too, didn't you? The blazing.
I tried.
Did you take
tried?
that Cluck You Chicken challenge?
No. Shout out to my big brother Bradley Calhoun. We went out somewhere. He told me. He said, "Look, you are gonna get these wings. It's 10 of them." So I bet you can't eat 3 of them, bro. You're not. You're gonna eat 1 or 2, and you're gonna. It's over. It's over. I ate 1, and I was done. By the time I picked the second one up, my fingers was tingling. It felt like every pore in my body. You gotta use your shirt.
That shit cleared up his sinuses.
They gonna sell my cookies, Gina.
Hey,
But yeah, bro.
let me get to the sponsor for this particular segment.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
everybody
who
out there,
sponsors
if you want to sponsor a segment as a person, as a company, as a corporation, it don't matter. Man, he's out the building right now. He need to cool down. Disher Studios sponsored shot number 4, BNY versus Internet.
Shout out.
District? Oh, man.
Yeah, Disher
Appreciate
Studios, disherstudios.com for your consultations. You want to talk to this man. He has a wide range of connections when it comes to hip-hop, R&B, pop music, rock and roll, anything you may be involved in.
What's
As far as
Chicken
getting
Root?
your music out, I'll get to that in a second. Also, too, as well, the man that runs the studio, Austin Honeyman. Excellent
Oh,
individual.
yeah, awesome.
Number love for the guy. He's also my brother-in-law too as well. He married my sister, so it's almost been 9 years at this point. So
I haven't met him, but I've seen him.
if I
you know,
could deal
do
with
work
that,
on it.
with him being married to my sister, and promote him on the same podcast too as well, I promise you,
Right. Big
work
ups
with
to
him.
that.
Work with him. He's located down in Chesapeake, Virginia. Do work with them. Hit him up.
We're gonna check that out, DC,
disherstudios.com.
man.
Send your email address. Set up a consultation. You want to record down there too as well. Podcast, whatever you need, whatever you want to do. Disher Studios. disherstudios.com. AJ, thank you very much for sponsoring this segment of BNY.
Yo.
Shot
Appreciate
number
it,
4, BNY versus Internet. Manny, welcome back.
He not
He's
back,
not
bro.
back yet. He's not back yet.
He's not back.
You
It's
back.
gonna be a while, bro. It's
No.
one of the things that's just
That habanero's sitting there.
You're just sitting there, just.
How do you feel? Talk to us, man.
Your face is different.
Talk to us.
Bro,
What
you
are
doing
you
better
going
than me.
through
I'd
right
have
now?
been sweating because I'm a sweater. I'd have been sweating.
So
This little John would have been
milk
dark gray.
is
I
Quick.
ain't done.
I ain't gonna lie to
You
you.
see your brain burning?
nah,
Wow.
the milk is temporary. So drink the milk, everything goes away.
The milk is just a side effect.
Once the milk goes,
It come right back.
6 seconds.
You just need a gargle of milk then, I think. That's what
I
it sounds
tried
like.
My kids need cereal in the morning, man. God damn, how much more am I gonna give them?
Your idea.
It was. Honestly, you could have drank that whole thing
Put
if you
some
wanted.
water in the cereal.
We gotta live like
Put
that.
some water on that shit. Go with the orange juice, man. It got calcium in it.
Manny, are you good? Can you continue the podcast?
Yes, he
Maybe,
can.
I
He
don't
came
know.
back.
Maybe.
Maybe. What?
We got 4 more
How long
shots.
can you last? 1,
Wait, we got 4 more shots.
2
4 more
minutes?
shots.
This
We
water's
got
going quick.
4 more shots, man.
Well, we'll see.
We will see what happens
Y'all
here.
wasting time.
Hey, let's get to this fifth shot though.
Oh.
It says Rats versus New York City Man. Can I give you a little context here, please?
Please do. I was
Now-
reading and I still was.
Now I shared this to the BNY fan group page.
I don't like it.
I saw this right here. Now this podcast is called Nightmare Fuel. We are talking about we got Halloween coming up too as well. We got Mandy over here hurting. We got we talk COVID talk too as well. All Nightmare Fuel with the vaccine, the evictions, all that.
That might help you a little.
Now we get into an actual nightmare. And this is from thecut.com. And one of the sure signs of an impending apocalypse we have yet seen, a New York City man fell about 15 feet into a pit of rats when a sidewalk sinkhole opened underneath his feet. The ground simply split and swallowed his victim, 33-year-old Leonard Shoulders, as he waited for a
Leonard
bus.
Shoulders. What the last name?
Exactly.
What the last name? Let's talk about that after these rats.
We don't get to that.
Leonard Shoulders.
As
That's a
he-
family name, bro.
You a personal trainer. That's why you're so fixated on that one. As he waited for a bus on Saturday afternoon, Shoulders survived. I'll bet with a few broken bones. He broke his leg, by the way. But his family said he is deeply traumatized.
Why is he traumatized?
Because this sinkhole reportedly wrenched open on 3rd Avenue near 183rd Street in the Bronx. 1 minute, Shoulders just standing there. His mother, Cindy White, told NBC4 New York. The next, it was like a suction, she recalled. He just went down. Surveillance footage corroborates her account. Shoulders took one step in front of him, and the concrete ate him up. Verbatim. With his vermin.
You ignorant.
During his descent, debris was falling and hitting him in the head, his mother added. When Shoulders finally landed, his mother continued that he found that he was not alone. He was like, "Ma, the rats down there were ridiculous." He was like, they were so big. City rats, of course they're big. They're all like 2 feet long.
They eating people.
Exactly. He was scared to yell out because he thought they were going to go into his mouth.
Oh, God.
He kept his jaw clamped and closed and instead waving at the onlookers gathering at the cavity's rim.
Can you imagine that?
A wise decision
Nope.
given the recent reports of heightened rat aggression.
Aggression. Where they went in his pocket?
Hey,
Hey son, with the broke leg, kick that out, son.
Bruh, can you,
It's mad dark down here. You broke all this light down here, B. You see what I'm saying? We was down here real nocturnal. We come up, eat trash, mind our business. You want to fall through the sinkhole. Nobody told you to be here in the Bronx. So run everything you got on. You know what I'm saying? Gucci belt, let me get that.
They blew the spot up.
hey, what you got for my man Willis Shoulders? Darnell.
Oh, man.
I think he should be grateful.
True.
Because if them rats wasn't down there to cushion his fall, he might be dead.
True.
That is a
The thing is that
fact,
he fell 15 feet.
Bruh, that's what I was about to say.
Far.
That's very
That's
far.
a basketball hoop rim.
Plus.
Yeah.
Plus half of that.
You never got hung before trying to dunk?
Bruh, I've slipped off
no.
the monkey bars.
I'm five-
I've slipped
I'm
off the
5'8",
monkey bars
so
as
no.
a child, and I know that pain knocking the window. I've jumped out of swing and my jacket got caught, and I went 15 feet and I hit the ground and I got up.
Hurt,
and,
right?
and it was in the most pain ever. You ever hit the ground on your back, but it knocks all the wind out of your
didn't fall on his
soul.
back, though. He probably
and he
fell feet
fell
first. He was-
15 feet.
You say he broke
in his sinkhole. He broke his leg.
He broke
bro.
his leg.
He broke his
right?
leg and I think a bone in his arm.
So picture this: you falling, right? Boom! You finally hit the bottom.
And then debris fall on you.
Then debris fall on you. But wait, there's more.
What's
You
left?
can see niggas looking at you,
Mike.
and you
With they phone out.
you can't yell
'Cause
like,
it's 2
"Hey,
feet.
yo, I'm hurt. These fucking rats
No,
gonna
no,
get
no.
in my mouth. I can't yell because they're gonna get in my mouth. All I can do is wave and say, yo, like that's it.
That's tough.
I'm
I'm
Bruh,
laughing, but bro, I would
that
be.
sound like looking deaf in the ass.
I'd be
to me.
sick. I would be sick.
Nightmare fuel.
Traumatizing. Yeah.
They say he has PTSD.
These ain't no Southeast rats, bro. We talking about some New York
I believe it.
This is Master Splinter.
gutter doing pull-ups on the stoplights.
Motherfuckers got belts from how long they been down there. Like, you a white belt, you a green belt, you a yellow belt. I've been down here 15
and they
years.
are
Black
down
belt.
there doing taekwondo all over
He
his
said
face.
infested.
Hey, bro, one of them had to poop on him, bro. Think about that.
And
lot of them
some.
probably-
Because they
did.
probably was scared, like, ah!
Imagine how much poop he fell in.
Oh.
Can you imagine like him being down there for so long and he was actually getting bit up by them joints?
Oh, they definitely bit him.
Yeah. He was
Dude, I
food at
bet you
that
he ain't
point.
scared of COVID after being
This is
bit by
probably
them
the worst
jokes.
subject to go off of after eating those peppers.
Why?
My
Why is
stomach's,
that?
my stomach's like, yo.
Rats are not spicy though, so you good.
How you know that?
Shoulders told me.
You said what?
Shoulders told me.
No.
Oh, shit. My man Shoulders.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
that's a wild ass last name.
Yeah.
Bro, that is like that's a family name. That means his mother last name is Shoulders.
His last name was White.
Oh, her last name White. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, she's divorced.
White Shoulders.
What?
Head and shoulders.
Hey, I'm telling you that was me. Y'all saw the whole different side of Ricky. He never even saw before.
Listen,
I'm telling you
not
right
scared.
now.
I'm not.
telling you
I'm
right now. I,
See,
these-
knees and toes.
head, shoulders, knees, and
Knees
toes. Hey,
and toes.
Hey.
Pow pow. I like that one.
Man, right
Hey,
on
I'd
time,
have been-
Shots
see?
from the rifle.
I'm telling you right now. Like
From now on, bro,
I walk-
anything that brush you, you are losing it. I
Anything.
know it.
Isn't it?
anything.
I know it. I know it. You know how that little graze of wind might. You gonna have a heart attack.
You imagine sitting there. Remember the episode of Fear Factor?
Oh,
When it's like probably the first episode, I think. When it was a black dude on there too as well, where they had the rats that
They
want to climb
dumped
all
them
over.
on 'em.
They dumped the raps on them.
They dumped
And the
them
dude
on
was like, and the black dude was like, "Look, man, fuck that. I'll walk away from this 50,000 right now because I ain't doing that shit."
yeah.
And everybody's like, "Are you serious?" Oh, it was Joe Rogan and 5 other white
you
people.
serious?
This
Oh, he
one
was
black
dead.
dude.
Like,
He was dead
There's
serious.
It was
rats
like-
running on you. Like, why are you
Like,
scared?
I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. Dude, I remember seeing a movie growing up too as
Bro,
well.
Matt, they had to get under his pants. I know something rolled under them pants, bro.
Oh, they probably bit his dick and all sorts
Oh,
He got a vasectomy.
of shit. that day
Hey,
he
Ricky.
did.
Forget TRICARE, man. Let's go to New York. Falling on a sinkhole. bro.
bruh.
Hell nah. I'd rather do it
Like
myself. and
Yana
that's
said,
right
bro,
there.
you
Three
fall,
peppers and he
for one,
just
you
ready
be
to do
falling
whatever.
and you don't know when you're gonna land.
You ready to risk
I
it
ain't
all?
hit the
vasectomy.
ground,
He
break
talking
this
the
shit up.
vasectomy.
You
Ain't
trying
talking
to
No,
stop
I'm talking
the debris
about- you talking about falling
And
into
by
a
the time you
sinkhole.
realize-
Oh, one second.
You're
One second.
stopping concrete from hitting your face. Then you realize, I got rats. 2 feet. Did he say 2 feet long?
These New York City rats. These some big boys.
Yeah.
Remember that one
Running
day we was in
across your
Adams
body.
Morgan?
Man,
In the alley.
Yeah.
that was a big ass rat.
What was y'all doing in the alley?
That's what we parked.
He was in the alley crying.
I wasn't crying. I was not crying at all. I wasn't close to crying.
He wasn't.
Hold on.
It was my birthday though.
Hey, Rick, sound like that. That little guy. I ain't get beat up now. I slipped as he threw a punch.
I was
So
in
it
the
looked like
alley.
he knocked me out.
He was in the alley. I was on the phone with him.
I was in the alley.
Trying
So
to
you
talk
was in
him
the
off
alley.
clip.
You was in the alley with him then. If you was on the phone, would y'all FaceTime?
No, we was at the.
We was in the alley.
We was in the alley. Regardless
No,
though,
we was, why would I be on the phone with him in the alley?
'Cause
That's
we-
what people
we was
do,
trying
son.
to find out where he was at. We was all in the alley.
all right, hold second.
So
now.
it's further down in this
We was
alley
in
with
front of
these
the
rats.
hotel.
We was they were gone. I was in the alley. But
Yeah.
shout out to Nate, season 1 and 2 of BNY Podcast with
Hey.
Kyra too as well. But the rats down there, they were medium sized, but they weren't like anything crazy.
Tell
They're
me what
about
medium size-
8 inches.
Yo, that rat was big as shit.
Which rat?
The one in the alley.
There's a whole bunch in the alley.
The one that was wearing the Timbs.
Oh, y'all know y'all was
Oh
at
no,
Adams
no,
Morgan.
he walked past.
No,
me.
no, he was at Adams Morgan. He had some
Phones.
New Balance on.
Some
The one with the
992s.
992.
With the heli on.
Yeah.
He came behind the
Y'all- Y'all seen Lou?
I wasn't crying, man. God damn it.
Hey, Rat came behind it. I got KDs for $25. What the fuck?
Hey, rats and roaches gonna run the world after we all
Talk that
gone.
on
They
me.
had the pearls for you, dog.
They ran them before we was
Yeah,
here.
you know
No
that.
bullshit.
I'm
Real.
terrified of a roach. And when I say terrified, I mean
Roaches
like,
are regular bugs, bro.
But things that
You know who made me not
terrified.
terrified of roaches, bro? I'm gonna be honest with you, just gonna
Huh.
throw you. White people, I swear to God. They was like, it's just a bug. I was like, oh, that's a roach, bro. That's a problem. That's
That's
a
what you-
first sign.
that's
That's
what
like check engine light right there, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That is not okay. He was like, it's a bug, and I was like, you right.
bruh, when I found out them bitches could fly, I was
Not
done.
all roaches can fly. You're such a racist. You're a roach racist. Roach racism.
Insectus.
I'm fighting for you guys. You
That's nasty.
Hey, Keanu, what would you have done if you were him? Shoulders.
Cried.
Pass the fuck
Would
out.
you have lived?
I'd have passed out just to get over.
Dude, Manny would
I
have.
don't care
Manny
nothing
already died
about
from
it
the
now.
peppers.
I was waiting on my turn.
Yeah,
you got? What you
I don't
got?
think I would have lived.
Depending on the payout from the city. Shit, niggas fall in a sinkhole every day, B.
Give me my coins.
Gang, son.
Did they mention a payout?
Huh?
Did they mention a payout?
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm not sure.
I'd have
I
walked
was
in the
about to say,
courtroom
I
with
think he deserved
Not yet.
one.
he
He
gets
gets
a
a
chance.
Oh, he's
better.
definitely
A
getting
couple
a
million.
Sinkhole?
A couple
Hell
million.
yeah.
He was standing
Easily.
at the bus stop.
He's traumatized, bro.
Yeah.
I'm using
standing
that.
at the bus stop,
They
bro.
gonna have to go to therapy and everything for that shit.
See,
I wouldn't have to, but I'm gonna act like I would.
Yeah.
Right.
They pay me
Man,
enough.
Lou, you've been tough down there.
Fuck no.
The first notification of the rats being over me, no, I'd have been probably like, what the fuck? Hey, stop. And then when I realized I couldn't do shit about it because my leg broke, I'm one of the people that's like, if I can't do shit about it,
Yeah,
what am I
but,
about to keep
Lou
You
ass-
gotta
doing?
make the best of
Lil
it.
ass would have tried to literally
Like,
lip
this
out of
is
that
how it is.
motherfucker.
I probably, I definitely would have. Hold on. He broke one leg?
One leg.
Oh, I'd have got the fuck out of there. You tripping. I'd have
Man,
been crying
Luke-
like shit.
Luke-
I'd have got the fuck one leg, bro. That's it.
Hey,
Man,
hey,
I
nah,
shattered my
fuck
whole
that.
foot before and got the fuck out of the situation I was at. Like, literally shattered it.
Lou would have still been down there rolling over them rats.
Trying to get the fuck out of there.
I'd have been trying to talk right to see if they're gonna carry me out. How you get back to the top? My rat
You would have
friend.
been down at your FaceTiming me. Hey, yo, look, this joint only got one leg.
Hey, I probably the FaceTime you and definitely hit the Monjo. Bruh, they fuck like us. Look, they fucking like shit over there. It's literally by your leg fucking. You okay with that? Look,
Hey,
I'd
I
have
got a
bet you
broken
down
leg.
there too, just to see it.
lay beside you. You got insurance? Yeah.
My stomach's hot. I drank too much milk.
I'm be honest with you. I probably have been more worried about the breeze falling hit my face because I'm not that handsome already, so I'm trying to protect this. So them rats would have probably been like the second, third thing I'd have been thinking about because I'd have been hoping I didn't shit myself as I fell and broke my leg.
That's what I'm saying.
You
probably
tripping?
would've-
Then you can't say you
Yo.
fall and
That
not
probably
knowing
would've
and
got him
hit
away
that jump,
from you.
bruh. Every bodily fluid in you probably like this, like equate you to clinch up like, oh shit. Hope the rest don't
That
tell
would have kept him
nobody.
from biting you.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like, think about this.
I don't think
Like,
so.
you really can't even see how far you're actually falling because you took a step and it fell. It wasn't like you fell face forward. You fell with your feet down, so you don't know how far you're falling.
15 feet takes like 2 seconds.
15
Bruh.
feet is a lot.
It's
That
2
shit-
seconds. It takes 2 seconds for us to watch. As you, the motherfucker, falling, it takes 2 days. You hit the ground, they bring you up. What's today? Thursday. What the fuck?
Miami does the same phase about this rat thing. I think
You
we
just
need,
took a couple peppers in the head, man.
we need a new challenge for him. Maybe we need to bring some rats in here.
You're next. So you're
That's
challenging.
what
You go DC, find them rats you talking about. It's what you want to do. You want to challenge. I get to
Can
pick
I?
who's next.
Can
It's
I
an
take
internet
my gun
challenge,
with me?
man. Ain't it?
Yeah, I'm about to say, I ain't gonna let you. I'll be honest with you. That's my man for over
Whatever
20
you-
years. I ain't gonna let you put no
whatever-
rats on him.
If I can
That's
take
who
my
have a
gun, if
problem.
I can take my gun with me,
Whatever
I'm
your
pro-
life can handle, because last
Probably
time I
come in with a
checked, you can't have that shit in
flamethrower.
DC.
You can't have what in DC?
Firearms.
Oh.
shit.
All right, let's move on. Speaking of firearms,
Say
let's move on
two
to
man-
this.
I said a man on fire with two arms.
Let's move on to this 6th shot. Social media predators. So this is a
Hold on,
background
I'm
here.
not laughing at the title. I'm laughing at both of them. Was
Yeah.
I mean, we know what it's about. It's like,
It's a
Yeah.
sensitive
it's
subject.
it's blatant
Now-
what it's about.
If you have kids, especially daughters, even boys too as well, this is very important. Can I read a story?
Please.
A little background for Complex. Wayne Brady demands better tools to prevent preying on underage girls after monitoring his daughter's DMs. A virtual appearance on the Talk Tuesday, Wayne Brady called out social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram for falling short when it comes to addressing the issues of grown men sending inappropriate DMs to underage girls. Let's stop right there. Has anybody dealt with that out of curiosity, or come across that, or anything appropriate to a family member that you've seen?
Yeah.
On social media. On social media, though.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. We'll come back to that. Brady explained that he and his ex-wife Mandy continue to keep an eye on who is sending private messages to their 17-year-old daughter Mailing. I'll just say his daughter. I want to fuck her name up from here on out. Over social media. The comedian said he grew especially concerned when this matter about hearing about what was being said when his wife Mandy pretended to be their daughter and interacted with the older man. Mandy, Wayne Brady's ex-wife, got in line with one of them and said, texting back and forth, and he was talking slick until he realized that it was actually the mom he was talking to, Brady said. And then she's like, "What the hell are you doing?" And the dude talking to her was like, "I just broke with my girlfriend and I just saw her." That doesn't mean anything. You can tell that to your cellmate in jail when we put you there. You talk about your post-breakup relationship then. So Brady goes on, not reading anymore, goes on to say that, we could do all these things as far as fake news. We could check different media sources if story's true or not, but we can't do anything to protect our children when it comes to them being approached from an older individual with certain words or buzzwords, or even, the age group difference with no friends in contact. Like your daughter being contacted with her age with somebody that's over the age of 18. And they don't have anything in common. One, two, it's not like a family member. Even if it is a family member, regardless, they give a red flag to you immediately that because you're all local family members or your family members on Facebook or Instagram, wherever it is on your social media platforms, nothing shows up. You get no notification that this older individual has hopped in your daughter's DM. Now, me too as well, having a daughter, Lou, Manny, with your kids too as well. It goes all around. There's no protections placed for that.
I don't understand. Real quick, I don't understand why it's not.
Real
even,
quick. No,
even
go
on
quick.
Facebook, I don't have Instagram. Facebook, Snapchat, all that. They ask you what your birthday, your age, all that shit, right? So I don't see with this being a light of things. This is the thing that just popped in my head right now. I'm not that guy with all these all this. But my thing is, if someone that's not your friend or is trying to be your friend, that's over a big age gap. There's no reason it should be a notification that comes up that says, this person is this, and that, blah, blah, blah. And, I mean, granted, I'm not saying everybody kid is innocent, but just like give them a bigger, a notification of, you're out of my age range.
Agreed, DC.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why that shouldn't be. But, bro, like.
Because I think. Okay, so for instance, us. We allow Nike to have a Facebook. In order for you to be on Facebook, I think you got to be, 16?
I thought it was some outrageous young
16,
age.
yeah, it was 16. So I created her Facebook page for my family to get in contact with her because at this point, we live all over the world. So we post pictures, they communicate back and forth on Messenger. So I created her profile. And it does say she's older than what she is. But when you go to her pictures, you can clearly see she's a child. When you go to her picture, you can clearly see that she's stating, like, little things that she says. It screams, "I'm a child."
Can't you hide the age, though?
You can. I like Wayne Brady and his wife. I check their shit, and even my 19-year-old son, I used to check his shit up until he left. I monitor their social medias.
Yeah,
as you should.
Because as a parent, I don't give a damn how old you are. If you're in my house and I'm paying the bill, I'm going to check all your shit just to make sure, because there are people out there like that. They don't care about your age. They just looking at your body. And that's it. I have to, for my own sanity, be able to know what's going on. Now, I have an open relationship with my kids. They tell me. Now, when that shit happened with Nike, she came to tell me, Mom, this old man in my DMs. Oh, yeah? I politely told his ass, if he ever came across my daughter or any of her friends again, he didn't have to worry about going to jail. They wouldn't find his ass.
I'm kind of
Agreed.
I'm kind of slightly upset that I was not even informed.
Because you
about
crazy as shit.
What? You shouldn't have said nothing to him. You should have called me. You should have let me come over there.
No, listen.
Fake a meetup. And
That
life would have, you know.
No, I don't need you going back to jail. Your niece loves you.
Who would have went back to jail?
No.
Why was she? No one ever know.
She ain't even tell me.
I don't know nothing about
I
it.
just understood. Like,
Did y'all read
but
his
like
comments?
it should
Yeah.
be,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
it definitely should be something that
I
that
do believe
pings
that
on,
it
like,
should
you know what I'm
be.
saying? Like,
It should
you
be.
can't add as a friend, especially if you have, like he said, you got hacked the age. But if you actually have your age up there, like regular, like I'm a 36
So
man,
for
and if I
inst-
try to, it should be like a big process. Why they filter and all this other stuff. If they know that you've been looking at Reebok tennis shoes on a whole nother site and can put it up on Facebook and push all these Reebok stuff,
Agreed.
there's no reason it shouldn't say, all right, look, this guy's not in your family. He's trying to send you a friend request. It should show up on Donnell's
So
shit.
what I will
They're
say
like,
is
why
they
is this
filter-
guy's
I got something for that too as well. The
Facebook
profile.
filters messages now. If you pay attention to it, if they are not in your friends list, they filter the messages. They'll let you know that somebody is trying to message you,
Outside your
but
message.
it won't come through like a regular message on your Facebook. It'll come through like
Someone
a different
wants to
set of
connect with
messages.
you or something like
So
that.
it wasn't that she actually opened up the message.
Yeah, true.
She looked at the picture and seen that it was an older guy messaging her. So it wasn't like on her friends list, like you said. It wasn't somebody that was on her friends list. It was somebody who just seen her picture and messaged her. She didn't even open it. She came to me right away and showed it to me. Big ups to Nike for doing what she's supposed to do.
Hey.
But on the back end of that, there are multiple predators being caught now because of this. Because they are messaging teenagers, underage girls. Wayne Brady's daughter is 17. He still monitors her account because he knows that his daughter is beautiful, number one. Number two, he knows the type of men there are in the world. So he has to monitor her account. And this is coming from a woman's standpoint. From a man's standpoint, 9 times out of 10, y'all not going to monitor. Well, Donnell does because he on it. Like, he don't give a damn. Give me
I
your
wouldn't
phone and
either.
let me check it.
I
That's the
wouldn't
type
either
of parents
because-
we are.
Now, with that being
But
said,
it works for boys and girls, though.
A
You
question.
need it for boys and girls.
is there a certain amount of privacy you should give your child at that age?
She don't have. Well, she does have some privacy.
I mean, you should, as far as like electronics go, you should give her a certain amount of privacy.
The internet.
So
I mean, I'm just asking the question.
So I give her leeway, right? I don't check her phone every day. I might check it once a week. I might check it 2-3 times a week. It all depends on how I'm feeling because I trust my kids enough to not have to check their phone all the time. But when I say I want your phone because I'm going to go through it, when I say I want your phone, they automatically give me their phone or they're going to get it taken away. There should be nothing in your phone that you are hiding from me because I pay that phone bill. Text
what
messages,
about deleted messages?
I can see all that. She already know I can see all that.
Okay.
Ain't no deleting nothing from me.
Mm-hmm.
Be honest with me. My thing with my children is honesty. If you honest with me, honesty will go a long way. Tell the truth and then you don't have to keep telling the lie.
And for the people out there, how do you see deleted messages? Just out of curiosity. Is it part of your phone plan or?
I ain't telling you because Nike and Keon both watch the podcast.
Okay, try and give a little.
That's
game
off.
out
That's
there
off.
some-
Off screen topic right there.
Yeah.
Y'all thought y'all was slick. Y'all thought Rick was about to help y'all.
Nah, I'm not a double agent. I promise you that.
No, I'm joking with you. Nah.
But no, it's important for I think parents to be more active in their kids' lives because children are getting snatched every day from just saying these meetups with these teenagers or who they pose to be teenagers. You see it on the news all the time. You see they got a TV show where these girls are talking to what's supposed to be what they think in their minds are 15, 16-year-old boys, and they're actually decoys, and they snatching them in front of their parents' house. I sat down and watched it with my daughter one day. Like, they are literally texting and instant messaging these guys, telling them that they're going to go to the park and meet them at the park broad daylight. And they're snatching them.
So my thing is that as far as like a father, and of course Jenny too as a mother, is that our kids are our responsibility. Like
Absolutely.
everything we do as far as household is a reflection of us.
Right.
Like how we teach Rick, Jet, even G, and when she eventually comes online too as well, as she will. Everything we do is like a reflection of what we're doing here. So, as far as like making sure that we're looking into their history, electronics, all that, I'm right there with you. I want to check. I trust, but I also want to verify too as well, because I can't be there 24/7. Can't do that
true,
right there,
true.
and you don't know what information they're getting elsewhere too. So, I applaud that. I think it's a good thing. As far as Wayne Brady, what he was doing, I mean, obviously him and his ex-wife, they're obviously not together, but they obviously have a great relationship as far
And
as
they live in the
parenting.
same household.
Yes, and that's fantastic right there. But for a lot of kids, they don't have that. They don't have that parent dynamic.
No,
They're pretty much
got
on their
that-
own accord.
Yeah, because their parent want to be their friend.
Yeah, and that too as well. Or they just don't
You know what I'm
have.
saying?
They don't have, even they may have a father or a mother in the same household, but they don't
Yeah,
have a
they
mother,
wanna
a
be-
father figure. They have a mother figure. They have nobody. As far as DC talk about different profiles too as well. Eventually, all right. So you're talking. You can set a profile however you want to. What is the picture you're using?
A little boy or
Can
a
it-
little girl.
Can that picture be verified elsewhere?
No.
Why not?
I mean, it's no guidelines behind it. If I'm a 35-year-old man and I'm trying to talk to a 14-year-old girl, I can Google handsome 14-year-old boy.
But thing is, it's on Google though, so that picture can be verified elsewhere.
yeah,
It can be cross-examined.
But a lot of kids not
look
gonna-
who's
they-
running the webs. Look who's running that social media though.
Who, as far as who, like a name, like you're talking Zuckerberg?
Yeah.
Well,
I
the thing
mean,
is that they can fact check me sharing a post at BNY about something random.
Yeah,
They
but
can
they ain't gonna fact check your picture though.
They can cross-examine
Unless
a
you
picture
playing
on
somebody
Google.
else's
He
It's out
fact
there.
checking what he want to fact check. I mean,
And that's the problem right there too as
look
well.
how
what
long
Wayne
this
Brady's
man
talking
has
about.
been in the news for child exploitation and mass shootings being viewed on. I mean, come on now. He's not gonna try to help it. I mean, I think he's in on it for real. But I mean, I can literally see a 14-year-old girl on Facebook and say, if I was that type of guy, I can go get a picture off of Instagram, screenshot it, and it could be a boy that live in Ghana or something. Straight hair, blue eyes, or straight hair, brown eyes, light brown eyes like mine. Put it as my profile picture. Put a couple things on there like Disney and all that stuff.
I feel like it's a very simple algorithm
It is.
that can be
It is.
fixed.
I think so too, bro.
And that's the
I
problem.
think-
That's what Wayne
that's
Brady's
what I
getting
was
at.
saying,
Though.
like, they
it could be
But it
accomplished.
could
That's
have
what
been
I'm
fixed
saying.
years ago, though.
Yeah, but I mean, bro,
You get a couple pictures and that's it. And they pedophiles are so
Smart.
adamant on what they want. They'll tell them anything. And they'll manipulate your child to say, all right, well, I'm going to a friend's house. And they could be going to meet up with this person.
True.
And that's why what you're doing as a parent is an excellent thing too as well. Because obviously my kids aren't as old as yours, so everything you're telling me that's just free game. I'm listening to that, downloading it, and I'm gonna apply it to
I track
what my
my
kids
kids.
are online. Exactly.
Mike, right?
And that's where the privacy comes in too. The privacy is important. Not saying give them too much leeway, but
Right.
you also gotta allow them to have enough leeway to where if they see something on TV, if they hear something on the radio, if they see something in their phone, and they be like, you know what, I gotta try that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you giving them the right talks, you giving them the right amount of privacy, the right amount of leeway, they won't have to sneak out to go do it.
Absolutely.
So, it's important. You just got to learn how to, and it's nothing taught. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It'll
exactly.
come to you naturally.
It's just a mountain right a rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, your parents used to always tell you, "I'm gonna give you enough rope to
I
hang
agree,
yourself
Cece.
with."
I agree.
Yeah.
It is a true fact. It is a true fact because if you are, for us, Donnell and I, we are the type of parents who allow our children to have a voice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Enough voice, but not too much voice. Because children are human beings too. They have emotions. They have feelings. They feel what we feel. So you have to allow them to express themselves the same way we allow each other to express ourselves, even though we're adults. Now, there's a respectful way to do that, and I'm pretty sure you and Manny understand, because there's a respectful way to do it in the military. They can express themselves to us. This is why our children talk to us often. We don't have a problem with our relationship.
That's fantastic.
We have a friendship, but then we also have a parent-child relationship.
Which is better than the friendship.
It is.
I believe so.
Because you can talk to your child and your child feels comfortable telling you what's going on with them.
Mm-hmm.
See, a lot of parents shut down their kids and it's what I say goes. But what are you actually teaching your child? Are you teaching your child to have a voice about what's going on in their lives? Or are you just telling them to shut the fuck up because you told them this is what they need to do and that's it? That's how we were brought up. And that's what people say. That's when you need to start breaking that generational curse. Because as children, we weren't, I would say, pedophiles weren't on the rise as kids. They were there, but they weren't on the rise. You want to know why? Because our parents kept us secluded. But now we're allowing our children to explore the outside world, and we have to educate them about what's going on. We used to walk for miles, dead ass, and didn't have a care in the world. But had I known then what I know now, I would have been a lot more cautious about where I went and who I went with. Because a lot of times, I was in a lot of places where I shouldn't have been, and I could have been snatched the hell up.
Right. Yeah.
True.
Again, communication is the key to all relationships.
Like Nell said, like
DC.
Nell and Rick, bro, y'all both made valid points. Like, for one, the internet opens up a lot more shit than just when we were younger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we had the internet. That motherfucker was hooked up to our goddamn house phone. You know what I'm saying? But it was, you know what I'm saying? Now it's so much of a broad array of things that you have to. Nowadays, you have to talk to your kids. You have to say, "Look, I'm not just doing like you said. This is the friendship part of just being a parent. I'm not doing this just because I'm the adult. I'm saying this and doing this because, like you say, you show them and you watch things like this is actually happening. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to keep you safe.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And as kids nowadays, a lot of kids grow up quicker than normal. Like, I have a daughter. And I wish, she'll slow down. You know what I'm saying? But she's grown. She's very knowledgeable.
Shout out to Malia.
Yes. Oh, my God. She's gorgeous. She's very knowledgeable with things. And some things that, you know what I'm saying, we've had to talk about that I didn't think I would have to have a talk about with a person at the age she was when we had to have a talk. Because there's so much stuff out there, so much stuff
Out of
that's...
curiosity, would you disclose that age or something you keep private?
What, how she is now? Or
how
a
we had to
conversation
talk.
I had to... She was like... between 8 or 9, I was tripping.
She
like,
was 9.
but at the same time as you know what I'm saying, knowing what's going on in the world, I was upset as a father. But as you know what I'm saying, as a human, I know that there's a lot of information being pushed. There's a lot of things that's just being acceptable now that wasn't acceptable when I was younger. You get what I'm saying? So I know it's not her just being like, oh, I'm just being bad. It's more of a curiosity thing. You know what I'm saying? At that time, it was more curiosity because she didn't know. She sees some things like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And with the internet, like I said, you could just keep clicking. Click, 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 click. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to give it to you. It's not going to have no holds bars. It's going to give it to you raw. And so she's seeing these things, and I had to talk to her. Her mother called me like, look, I'll talk to her. But, I think you should talk to her. We had to talk. And one thing I love about my daughter, she understands that I'm not just saying stuff.
Receptive.
Yeah, she's like, you know what? Okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm listening. I'm all right, Dad. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna try it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to listen to what you say. And if it's working, she's like, all right, it's working. If it's not, she's like, all right, Dad, you said this, this, and that, but this, that, and this. And I'm like, all right, this is why. Because, they're going to ask questions. You can't, like you said, you can't get mad and like, oh, because I'm an adult, I said this because I'm older.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying? And there was at times my dad used to do it, like, nigga, because I said it. Just roll with it. And I was like, I was confused. Shit, like, damn, that's all it is. that shuts it down. But it's so that Bro, the internet, like you said, I believe it's an easy situation that should be fixed. You know what I'm saying? It's
so
gonna be a
easy.
little tighter, but for the safety of your children, yourself, it's grown motherfuckers getting snatched out this motherfucker.
And see, that's what I was
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
It's
Exactly.
grown
it's
people.
catfish out there,
Yeah,
like
getting
dead ass
snatched.
catfish.
And people watching and be like, oh, it's like we said about the negativity, all that. People like watching it. They don't like it happening to them.
Yeah.
But I'm one of them people like, I don't want it to happen to me. So guess what? I'm not even gonna go in that lane. I'm just gonna stay right over in the safe
We'll
lane
learn
over
from your
here.
experiences.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna. I seen it. Cool. You know what I'm saying? It might not ever happen to me, but at the same time, I'm not gonna put myself in a
So
predicament
let me
for
ask you a
that.
question: if you were in a situation
Okay.
where you actually seen something like this going down,
With my daughter?
no.
Oh, okay.
With a bystander, would you intercept?
Like if I was on the street and seen somebody trying to, if I was like it was on the computer.
No, on the street, and you seen a child attempt to get snatched, what would you do?
Oh, I'm going smack. You already know how I feel about the kids, bro. My family, we big on you know what I'm saying, loving the kids and bringing them up. Like that's our future. That's what we have. Especially at this age, bro. This is what we have.
I don't think anybody gonna look back and
Man,
like,
oh,
"Hey,
But
that's
no,
crazy."
I'm gonna tell you
no.
for my own experience,
Bro,
right?
I know
And
people
when I
that be
said
so scared
I
that
watch
it
the
ain't.
internet.
Yeah.
There
They
are
ain't-
people who are scared to intercept.
Nah, bro.
There are people who are literally scared to intercept, and they will watch a child be abducted. There's a video on the
It's a
internet,
kid, bro.
and it's a "What would you do?" Well, like one of those "What would you do" videos.
They was
yeah,
walking
yeah.
down the street and the dude with the
And the
hood.
dude he just snatched the child, and there was a whole bunch of people who just walked away. It was very few people who intercepted.
That's
this,
sad.
And he was
But-
putting the child in the trunk. It wasn't like he had her hand and they was just
the child was
walking.
screaming.
Yeah, that was
Screaming.
like,
The
yeah.
child was
I seen one when the
screaming.
lady was trying, and the dude was like, nah, mind your
Exactly.
business, bro. Like, mind your business.
It's a whole like dramatization
Yeah.
that they set up.
And people will always
And
be
people
like,
will
oh, you'll
walk
never
away.
know what you're doing. Come on, bro. If you have kids, bro,
There's no
that
way.
natural instinct is going to
Kicks in
kick in. It's
automatically.
going to
That father
kick in,
motherhood
bro.
in you just-
Yeah,
But
it's not.
a lot of people don't. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like stay out of stuff like that. For some reason, they just they want to associate
because they feel like it's
themselves with
going to bring more to them.
Me personally,
Yeah.
I could
But
not
I'd
sit
rather
by
bring
and
it.
watch.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
I
I'm fucking
lived a long
somebody
life,
up.
but I feel like I'd rather put myself in front of that before I let this innocent kid that knows
Disappear
nothing,
like
bro,
nothing.
it. Man.
and lose their life.
I'd rather
or
be embarrassed
lose their
than
innocence.
anything
Yeah,
else.
all day,
Yeah.
all day to lose their innocence, or they, you know what I'm saying, they survive and learn from this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to,
And they not returning these kids.
not
man.
at all. It ain't no
Once they get
ransom
overseas,
type.
that's it.
Shit, you saw I posted on the BNY fan group page earlier this week. Operation what was it? Autumn Hope.
Yeah,
Oh,
Autumn
yeah,
Hope.
like a whole bunch, 177 motherfuckers got arrested. 179, 45 kids got returned back. 109,
Can
109
you
total.
imagine? Listen, 45 fucking kids have been missing
How many
for
families?
I don't know how long.
Yeah.
Bruh, I
That
watched
shit
on
crazy,
the
bruh.
news the other day. This child had been missing for 7 fucking years.
Bruh.
The parents had just gave up and was like, correction.
7 years.
The
Jesus
father
Christ.
gave up and said that the child was dead. A mother knows.
You know,
A mother knows.
I'm not gonna say I agree with him giving up, but it was probably easier for him to
give
wake
up.
than,
It was.
than
Yeah.
wake up every day thinking
It was.
my child is alive and somebody's doing all this wild shit to them.
It is.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
For a
tough.
father-
That's
as a
that, as
father,
a
yeah.
father, and you can't do nothing, bro.
Yeah.
That's
It
the
is.
most tearing
So,
You know how
thing
big the world
ever,
is,
bro.
bro.
It's the world,
And
is,
you looking at your neighborhood like, I know he got to be around here, or I know she got to be around here.
every
You have
day.
so much
Every
out there,
day.
bro. Like,
Every day.
So that's tough. So I mean, I don't fault him for that because that's a pain that I would.
So
I would never imagine.
I
Never
agree
imagine.
120%. 7 years this little boy was missing.
This will be the last point before we move on. Go on.
7 years this little boy was missing. He was one of those 45 children that they found. They abducted him when he was 2. So you talking about at 2 years old. You don't even really know who your parents are at 2.
Hell
They
no.
abducted him at 7. 7. He's 9. Now having to
Just
readjust
to people that
to people that he don't even know.
Just life, period, though.
I put it like this: every single time me and Jenny go out, we have 3 kids now. I look at it as a war.
Yeah.
Like I'm the man. I'm the crazy motherfucker that volunteered to go to Afghanistan. That's me. So every single time I take these kids out this house, I'm looking at it like it's a battleground.
I look at it that way too, though.
Rick 7, Jet 6. I'm holding by their hand every single time. They don't walk anywhere out here because I've seen too many horror stories out here. The kids ain't snatched left and right. I ain't got time for that shit. Hell no.
Everybody in here going for their kids. So
yeah, we ain't playing no games.
Go
I'm going for y'all kids, Will.
Yeah.
Manny, everybody kids.
Everybody.
yeah.
I don't care how bad your kid is. Somebody try to
Don't
snatch
look
her.
at us
Man,
when you say
please.
that, though.
I'm fucking
My baby
that
ain't
nigga
that
up.
No, I was sitting down. I wasn't. Man,
okay.
you already know. Man, even if your baby was bad, I'm gonna say she not bad.
Let's go to that. Let's go to that 7 shot. This is part of BNY versus Reddit.
Damn.
Oh, second now.
What?
I'll do the reading here. I got you. Just follow along with me. BNY versus Reddit. Let me make sure this on the screen real quick. Make sure my engineer skills are good. All right, we're solid. We're solid. All right. So this is a subreddit of Reddit. It's a / relationship advice. This is like one of my go-tos as far as this particular segment will be in the future. So we have a user / OK Mobile 1234. Am I in an emotionally abusive relationship? Me. She's 23. Her boyfriend's 25. Have been in an on and off relationship together for 5 years now. They moved in together. Every time we argue, he simply just kicked me out of our apartment. A couple of days ago, when we argued, he said he would break up and they began to act really harsh. He told me that I was ruined as a child and that I was never loved by anyone but him. He said I was disgusting and that he got sick by thinking about me. He also told me that my mom hated me, even though I know me and her have a very good relationship. Who's that there?
Sorry.
You good. He said he was the happiest he had ever been because he would finally get rid of me. Then I just told him to leave. I said nothing harsh to him. I never do that. I just told him that he was welcome to leave if he ever wanted. Then suddenly that same night he texted me that he would never break up with me, that he loved me more than anything. At the same time, he can be very, very nice sometimes. That's why I keep being with him. I'm very confused. Why is he being like this? There's a lot more behind this, and I can't write it all down. But these are things he told me that really hurt me, and I don't really know what to think about it. So,
it's not even a who first. I'm gonna let you know like this, ma'am, sir, because it could be 2 guys. He's gonna do what you allow him to do. That's it, motherfucker.
Bingo.
You better balls up. Like I told somebody before, it's better to be alone sometimes. You better learn to be alone. You're 23. I'm gonna leave it at that.
girl, you got your whole world in
So
front
to
of you.
answer the question, yes.
And he's a bitch.
Yes.
Cold sucker.
If y'all move into a place together,
How you kicked out where you live at?
and then he continuously tells you that he's gonna kick you out,
Oh, he did it.
for me, and this is just me,
Mm-hmm.
as a woman, I will start getting my rainy day money together. Because it's only so many times you're going to tell me you're going to leave me and you're going to kick me out.
How
and
long
I'm
have you
gonna
known that
stay.
lesson, though? Out of curiosity.
How what?
How long have you known that lesson?
How long have I learned the lesson? Or
Yeah.
known it?
Known that. They're like,
Rainy
are
day
you looking
money?
at yourself in this aspect right now in your life? Or at you at 23, you knew that at the same time to do what you're
At
saying right now?
20, I was in an abusive relationship.
Did you know that at the time? Or if you'd like to speak
I was
further on
blinded, honestly, by love.
that. Is she blinded too as well?
I think so.
Okay.
I would say yes. I would say I have been exactly where she is.
5 years.
That 5 years ain't shit. That, you know, I mean.
We had,
This was before me, y'all.
yeah,
Mike, man.
definitely.
For the record, please. Thank you.
For the record, this was way before my husband. But we were 3 years
I wouldn't
in.
even be friends with you.
And it was
I probably had to fight
it was
you every
very
day of the day.
abusive. It was similar, like real similar. Like he told me nobody loved me, nobody would give a shit about me, nobody cared about me but him.
Mhm.
And I continuously put up with it until one day I wised the fuck up and was like, I'm a bad bitch. What the fuck is wrong with you? You the catch.
What took that
Me?
to realize that?
Me?
Yes.
It took me.
No,
No, I said what At
me?
what moment?
I had a dream. Literally, that's all it was. It was a dream.
It was all a dream.
You stupid. I
Using
literally,
Word of magazine?
I literally had a dream that
got
my
a song.
son murdered him, and that was my wake up call.
On some ghost shit.
That was my wake up call. Like, this ain't my life, and it's not about to be my life. So I got to do what I got to do to get out of this situation.
Question: even though you was blinded, did a piece of you know that this is before the big wake up? That your conscience kind of pick at you like, this isn't right.
Yeah.
This isn't right.
But I stayed because of what she said.
Okay.
There were times where, more times than many, where our nice days were extremely nice, and the bad days didn't matter. But then when the bad days wore down on me more than the good days, I had to get the fuck up out of there. It wasn't a question of if I was going to leave. The question was always when or how.
Okay.
Because after you've been in a relationship like this for this long, you have to be strategic because you don't know where their mindset is. You don't know at the end of the day if they really allow you to leave. And that's what it all boils down to. She's been in this relationship for 5 years. Is he really going to allow her to leave? In the Reddit, it says he texted her and told her he would never leave, which means he would never allow her to. And then that's when you get in those physically abusive relationships. Because I'm not going to let you leave even though I told you you got to leave. You ain't going nowhere.
That's true.
All right, men. Have you all ever experienced anything? Not
Comment.
As
to
a man.
this. Yeah, as a man. Have you
experienced
not even
it?
just like I mean, because
Have you?
An emotional.
I've experienced the I'm gonna put you out type thing, but see, I'm a different. I come from a different line of men, so you know what I'm saying.
Explain,
so
what is this different line?
This is
you're
what I
talking
say. Like I've loved a woman to a point like you said, the good days outweigh the bad. You know what I'm saying? But I never forgot about the bad.
Nah, never.
I always look at the bad like, if I keep allowing this could be worse.
Yeah.
But these good days, if me personally, if I do this, and this, we'll have better good days, which is terrible to think of for real.
It is.
Because a relationship takes two people. You get what I'm saying? So if I'm putting all my effort in to make these good days, and you're really not putting the effort in for the good days, we're going to collide. Even if we're not trying to, it's going to collide because I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm trying to make us work as a unit, but you're doing this over here or saying this, or I'll put you out, that. And when I say different breeders, I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere, but if you do, guess what? I know you're gonna miss me because I'm gonna be okay.
That's my thought process.
I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be okay.
Right.
But at the same time, like you said, it's kind of like, damn, like you supposed to be my bitch. You supposed to be the one that, you know what I'm saying? That's because that's what us men, is a lot of men don't want to admit. Like that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a companion, bro.
When you say bitch, that's in.
No,
Girlfriend.
you my
He meant it-
girl.
he
You
meant it in
my
a good
side.
way.
Yeah, in a good way. Yeah,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
not in a bad way.
Yeah,
Like,
for the people out there.
Yeah,
Man,
I'm sorry,
You
yeah.
look like walk out of here, but I want to get your comment first.
No comment.
Oh, okay.
Well, I
That's
need you
fine.
in the next segment. So if you're walking out of here,
All right. I know. I just wanted to.
But
Yeah.
me personally, I think 5 years.
Get out of
5 years, it should have been a wake up call. Just me personally. I'm
the
not
thing
saying
is that
it should have. It's a.
like 5 years.
That's a long.
That's 5 years is a
time.
long time.
She was
bro.
18. Like this is like her
That's
next
what
man.
I'm saying.
Her next man. It's gonna be tough.
So
Very.
my advice to whoever this is
Okay, mobile 1, 2, 3.
would
4.
be to leave the relationship and focus on yourself. You have to go to a place within yourself where you have to find yourself again. Because even though you've been with this man for 5 years, he's drilled in your head that you're not good enough for the world. So you have to find your self-confidence, period. You got to find your self-confidence again. Find who you are and then be in another relationship. The problem with me is I always knew who the hell I was. So being in an abusive relationship didn't change my mindset. It just changed the way I handle people in general.
I just think at times, like if somebody tell you no one loves you, no one wants to be with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Now that part I didn't do.
I'm the one that loves you. My thing is, if this is so true, why are you here? If no one like you know what I'm saying, I'm the only one. No, if I'm this bad, that will run through my mind like, hold on. If I'm this terrible of a person, why are you still here?
Yeah.
Clearly, I can find somebody else to deal with this shit.
I mean, again, being in an abusive relationship, the mindset is different.
That's different. Yeah, I've actually talked to different
different.
women,
The mindset.
and I'm like,
what is the
that's
mindset?
crazy. But
it's just like I said. Once the abuse begins, emotional abuse is worse to me than physical abuse.
Why is that?
Because it's mental. Emotional abuse is mental. Physical abuse only lasts for a certain period of time. Emotional abuse can last forever.
Don't physical turn to emotional though every time?
No, not necessarily.
Hey, man, to give you thoughts, I'm gonna walk inside.
I don't know.
On the topic, man.
On the topic, I already said my topic. She's an emotional.
Baby.
That's another day. She's yes, and it's unfortunate, and all that shit
It
happens.
is.
I wish she had a better circle to break her out of that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you in love,
True.
it's hard to see the other side.
Yeah.
But I hope she got through this.
Question.
And let them alone.
Question. When you're in love, I gotta put this. We all get a picture or an aspect of what love is. Do we not?
But
So, my thing is, if it's not falling in them guidelines of what love is, what is actually holding you there? Because I get the mental, but if you have this picture, if you know, oh, I've seen this, I've seen this with my parents, I've seen other people, and it's not that picture. It's not that what's lining up. You know what I'm saying? If it's not lining up to what you know or what you consider what love is, from Tyler Perry to The Notebook, you know what I'm saying, of what you think love is, why are you still there?
at that age,
I just think.
I think she's young.
That age
She's
is young,
young.
and then how I see love and how any of y'all see love may be different.
Yeah.
And at that age, definitely.
But she was 18, so think about it. When they got together, she might have been in high school. This might have been her high school sweetheart. This all she know what love is. She never experienced love from anybody else. She might have experienced it from her parents, but that's a different type of love.
True.
You know what I'm saying? She might have lost her virginity.
That's what I'm about to
dude.
go to. That's why I was next. It after a while, I've talked to a couple females. It don't even dudes, bro. I don't think that aspect of love is the orgasm or the fucking or it comes down to. I believe. I mean, at times. I'm not saying all the time. At times, it is. I done seen some good men that I've had able to get back in because he knows exactly how to make her feel, not emotionally. He know how to make her feel. So that clouds her. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just some real shit. Like from anywhere from my aspect, not from high school sweethearts. Like if he knows how to press those certain buttons. Then he moved from there to mental to physical or however the steps may go. But I know dudes definitely that's where they prey on and go from right there because they know they can get in that aspect. Oh, we'll break up, we'll have fights, we'll do all this. But if I could get back in, sweet talk you a little bit, and get back in, you know what I'm saying?
It's all about power.
There
With
you
this
go.
dude right here. That's all it's about.
Yeah, he's a sucker.
He was young too, though. He
What's that?
probably learned love in the wrong place,
Right,
the
it's
wrong
no way in
ways.
hell you
Not to say it's his
25
fault.
years old. So what you telling me is he hasn't experienced love yet neither, and they trying to figure out what love is together.
I mean,
love is
at
power.
a 20-year-old man and an 18-year-old woman, I dare say that.
Was she 20?
No,
No,
at the
it's
time
18.
when they
He
first
said
got
he was
together,
20.
18 and what?
20?
18
Yeah.
and 20.
Yeah, like you
Yes,
said.
as a 20-year-old man and an 18-year-old woman, I dare say the 18-year-old woman is by far more mature than a 20-year-old man.
Definitely, but it is scientifically proven that a woman matures 3 years faster than a man.
But in this situation, that's not really taking.
I mean, that's not
really
okay.
working right here.
It's not okay on any front.
But again, this comes with what we was talking about earlier. It goes back to what we discussed earlier. If you teach your children what they need to know about relationships, you won't have this issue. I will honestly tell you, as a child growing up, I didn't learn about relationships. And my whole entire life, I probably seen my mama with 2 men. So I never knew what a relationship was like. My father passed away when I was younger. So I had to figure life out on my own when it came to relationships. Now, have I seen successful relationships? Yes. My aunts, my uncles. There were plenty of successful relationships I had seen.
Mm-hmm.
But on the forefront, adults at that time didn't really tell you what was going on in their relationships for children to understand.
That's going to be my next point.
So she's learning from experience at this point. If they've been together since she was 18.
We don't know her backstory either.
Exactly.
But what point are we trying to make right now with this?
If her experience was from when she was 18, then they've been together for 5 years. This might have been the only relationship she's been in.
Yeah.
So this might have been what she think love is.
I ain't saying
all we're
she's
going on
wrong.
is information provided.
I'm
That's all
not
we're
saying
going off of.
image for. I ain't saying she's stupid for doing it. I'm just saying she's in a bad place. She need to get out of it.
Definitely is in a bad place. We
But
all
yeah,
agree that she should not be in
We're
this
not. We're not
relationship.
placing fault on her on this. We're not.
Nobody is.
No.
No.
Nobody is.
No.
All right.
We all
We're
agree
just
that
saying,
she
like,
shouldn't be in this relationship.
Exactly.
We all
And there's
agree with
I
that.
mean, granted, it's proven that women mature quicker than men. As a, I don't know, bro.
He's got
Like,
he's got her head fucked up.
Yeah,
All the
it's,
way
it's,
fucked up.
it's tough. I'm not saying I've been a perfect boyfriend or a perfect spouse, but it's at the end of the day, if I know something is toxic, bro, and I know, because I know he's not, even though he's being a bitch, it's still fucking with him at a certain degree.
Yeah.
Don't.
think so?
I know so.
It's
I
hard.
know so.
It's hard to get out of
know
emotionally
so.
abusive relationships.
That's why.
Yeah, I know.
That's why my first response was, if you allow him
On
to do
both
it,
ends.
he's gonna rock with it.
That's all I
Because
say.
he know in the back of he know in the
I
back.
agree with that too.
Everybody, you know right from wrong, regardless if it's in a relationship. You know right from wrong. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So your background, all that in life as a human, like we was talking about instincts. You know when you wouldn't want to be treated like that. You know for a fact if you was being treated the way you was treating somebody, like sitting down thinking about it, you'd be like, I would leave myself. You know that. You know that for a fact.
But the thing is that the introspective you just provided, a lot of people don't possess that.
True. I'm not saying I agree with that. I
Yeah.
definitely do.
Like that's
That's why I say. That's why I
maturity
say.
comes
That's
with
why I
time
say.
right
If
there.
you sit down and really think about it, you'll be like.
But things that
that's
people
it.
think about it and they still deny that too as well. They be lying to
that's
themselves
yeah.
at that point.
Yeah, we all do it a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
We all do it. I'm not saying.
Old girl,
Yeah, I hope.
leave
I
this
hope
man.
Yeah, I hope you get out of
Don't-
here.
don't
Or
let
I
him-
hope you have an older cousin or brother that
To answer
Somebody.
the question
Somebody.
At the bottom, why is he being like this? Because you're
Allowing him to.
be like that. Is it that she is young and could possibly not? That's what I said, DC.
yeah.
She might be
It's a
young.
series of things that could be
She-
going
she-
on.
she don't
These are
know.
just our opinions. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
not. It's just
She might not know any different because, like I said, this might have been the only relationship she's ever been in.
true.
So she don't know like what to do. That's why she asking the question. Is she? Yes, you are in an emotional abusive relationship, baby. He is emotionally abusing you, and he's using it to his advantage because he knows you're gonna come back to him because it's what's familiar. That's what happens a lot of times. in
Very
abusive
time. Yeah.
relationships,
People
too.
are used to
People
what
are
they.
used to familiar, and they're afraid
To
to
st-
explore.
That's why I said
because it becomes
sometimes you gotta
uncomfortable at
just
that
yeah. That's why I told somebody in my family, look, it's okay to be by yourself, bro.
It is okay to be by
It's
yourself.
fine. Like you are okay because I know what type of person you are. You're fine. You are okay. It's nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
Old girl,
But-
take our advice. And actually, I'll even clip this and even send it to her. I mean, she's just a person on Reddit. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, like,
she could watch this and
you have
get advice
to-
from that.
DC, they don't. It's definitely something you have to learn.
It's
I'm
not a
not saying
celebrity
it's an easy thing to do, but like Manny said, I pray that she has or people that's going through this
The
have somebody in their
support
circle, that
that's-
comes eventually
that's
comes on, and be like, look, you know what I'm saying?
a support system is so important in the world.
And in general,
Like
anything.
for your mental health, a support system is necessary. A lot of people feel like, oh, I'm by myself. I can be by myself. You weren't born in this world to be by yourself.
But some people, they don't have.
But
they don't have that.
What I will say is, it is also a defense mechanism.
To what?
I believe that.
The people who feel like they need to be in the world by themselves, or they can be by themselves and they're content, it is because they have been let down so many times
yeah.
that it is a choice now. I refuse to allow anybody to disturb my peace, so I'm going to be by myself.
I believe that.
I mean, it's the same thing I tell, like even dudes that I've worked with in the past. Like, you came from this small town of, maybe like 3,000 people. You known this all your life, and now you're traveling the world left and right. Old girl in your neighborhood, it's not the entire world. Or the dude that you talk to in your neighborhood is not everybody.
Exactly.
You see this?
You're going everywhere else. Experience life, please. DC on Twitch. There's a difference between being comfortable by yourself and shutting out the world.
Again, this is when I said
True.
when people,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It is very true. When people shut out the world, it is because they have been let down numerous times, and they feel like they're alone already. So rather than allow someone else to let me down, they would rather just be alone. And it is a harsh reality for a lot of people. It is. Think about the people who grow up in foster care, and they go through all of these abusive households, and they've been let down continuously from a child to an adult. They choose to be alone because that's how they survive. So then it becomes survival for them. Being alone becomes survival, because if they allow someone in and they continue to hurt them, it breaks them down. So being alone is how they survive.
I can't be hurt. I can't have my expectations high. I can't let them down.
Right.
Nah, I get you. I mean, I always look at both ends, but like you said, you can't. I you know what I believe, honestly. I truly believe, even with the person with that aspect, I think they're still hoping that they are wrong. You know what I'm saying? I really believe that they are hoping, like, I hope that I'm wrong, and a man or a woman or whatever you prefer comes in and show me that love is real. Mm-hmm. I could depend on you. You could depend on me. We're gonna go through some rough times, but guess what? We can work this out. We can. But I mean, it's definitely one of the things that.
But what, Manning?
If you're shutting the world out with the hope that someone will do that, you can't give enough of yourself to a person to let that happen.
I'm not gonna say that I was that person.
Excuse me?
I was that person.
Some people don't have to give it. But sometimes them Tyler Perry write-ups are real, bro. Sometimes somebody will really pursue another person and really be on their with their intentions and show them like, look.
But how long were you that person before you?
When I shut the world out?
And how long were you that person? Minimum 3 years, probably.
When did we start talking? I shut the world out before.
Yeah, I understand that.
I met my husband. So after I was a fuck you type person.
Yeah, like, niggas ain't shit for.
If I'm a feelings type person, so if I don't get the right vibe from you, I'm like, fuck you in general.
Okay.
But if I give you a chance and you show me your ass, like, I'm like, fuck you altogether. Like, I don't give a lot of people chances because of that specific reason. Like, I've been let down too many times. So, but I'm not the fuck everybody type
okay,
because
specifically, because I know this man, and I know you know this man.
Uh-huh.
And like I said, there's people out there that be like, all right, you mad at the world, but I'm still gonna pursue because this is what I'm looking for.
Right.
What I know is one point you probably said something to him, and he probably looked at you like, you know what?
Fuck it, right?
I ain't gotta try. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had to try to go this.
Oh, he did.
Oh, believe I know this man.
He did.
That's what I said. This y'all personally. Please just elaborate on a situation, or it might have been multiple situations.
When we first met, it was.
I think it's because I know him. You know what I'm saying? And now that I know you was that type of person, I gotta know, bro. I gotta know because I wasn't, I wasn't around. So
when we first started talking, me and Darnell have known each other since we were 12 years old, right? In his mind, he said he always tries to pursue me. I don't believe that. I don't.
Hold on, because you're right there. I believe it, but Nail is a nonchalant. He'll show little things that he is, but you have to like pay attention,
right?
Because if you don't, because he'll show you, and it's kind of blatant. But
Manny, I asked her because she come kiss me at the water fountain in middle school.
Oh, that's too blatant. My man ain't never. I ain't never heard no shit
and
like that.
what did Kiana do? And what did
What'd you
Kiana
say?
do?
Hold on, Kiana. What you say?
I left him at the water fountain.
Left my man thirsty.
I
God
Damn, he was thirsty.
show up?
And he's
Left
still
my
thirsty.
man thirsty. Keep
No,
going. I
but
got hit
Darnell will
around.
also tell you, let's be honest.
That's
the
cool. I
life
need to
Darnell
hear.
was living at that time and the life that I was living, we were on two completely different
I got
sides
an
of the
early
world.
start in life.
He did. And
He did.
I wasn't willing to be that girl.
I get that.
Final point before we move on, by the way. Go on.
What was the
So
time that?
when we first started dating, right? He was dating this chick. Okay. I was like, all right, do you like, fine, we good. He invited me out to go to this old
I know the
black
story.
party, right?
Mhm.
Halloween party first.
Oh, damn.
Brought
That's
this
tomorrow.
chick to the Halloween
That's what
party.
I'm
It's
saying.
an anniversary.
He invited me
Uh-huh.
to the Halloween party.
That sound like some loose shit. I'm joking.
So I was like,
Playing.
oh, so this what we doing?
Oh,
All
shit.
right, I'm going to leave. I had no intentions on talking to him ever again. He called me and made sure I got home that night, right? Then he invited me out to the all-black party.
What a gentleman.
That's a nail thing, though.
It
Yeah,
is.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It was.
To this day.
But before that, I did not want to get into another relationship, right? So I was honest with him. I was like, hey, listen. I don't want to be in another relationship. Can we just be fuck buddies? He was like, nah, I want more than that. And if that ain't what you want, then we don't need to talk no more. I was like, okay. He didn't call me for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. He left me hanging.
Cause he a wild. Now you not
was
about
like,
to.
what
knows
the
his
fuck?
worth.
You not. Yeah.
Oh, it's like everything about I'm hearing right now.
Know your worth, King.
Hey, everything I'm hearing right now is just the ballad of Nell just being the man that he is.
I was like,
Right.
I was
How
like,
old were you at
what?
this time?
This was when we were talking. So this was in 2012. Like this, and so I
To
was
this
like,
day.
all right, fuck it. So this literally happened in September.
Getting that mic,
So
getting that mic, getting that mic.
October, this all black the Halloween party came. He invited me to go to the Halloween party. Mind you, we are friends.
Mm.
I was like, all right, I'll come. So I came and I seen he was with the girl. That's not true.
I ain't saying anything.
Oh,
No,
all right.
good.
He was with
That's
the girl.
exactly
so I was like,
how it
all right,
went,
fuck
you
it,
know?
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go somewhere else. I had no intentions again on calling him anymore, talking to him. And then he was like, he called and was like, hey, did you make it home? I was like, yeah. He invited me to another party. This time I was like, you know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna get my own table. I'm gonna get my own, and he got his own table.
Section.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm about to say I don't really know my
Boss
man.
up,
I'm
King.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Boss
Go
up,
ahead.
King.
But go ahead,
You
go
get in
ahead.
trouble tonight, but B.O.B.
Whatever. So I got my own table. He did get his own section. But where the fuck did he end up at?
At the table.
At the goddamn table. And from that point forward, he was like, you my girl. I was like, well, if you really want to be with me, then you gonna stay your ass right here all night. He stayed there all night.
The other girl was there too.
She definitely was. All up in his face. And I was like, oh, so that's what we doing?
I ain't invite her this time though.
But, oh, when I walked
She
in.
coming to the cookout?
When I walked in, she was sitting right beside his ass. That's a whole nother story.
Let's just tell this one story. Because Kiana, we're going to do some work on the side too as well when we come to podcasting. But please, continue.
So that night, after the all-black party, he made sure I made it home. And then I think you came to stay that night. And then he was like, listen, we got all our skeletons out the closet. I told
Hey.
you I ain't talking to old girl no more. You ain't talking to none of your friends no more. So let's make this official. And we made it official. And we've been together ever since. So that was...
Yeah, I made
8
it
years
official.
Started
I'm
with
sorry,
some
I'm
numbers.
sorry.
12 years old.
No, because you know I was I was
Man,
in
I
college.
swear to God, I was
Sorry,
12
yeah,
years
you're
old.
I really did. He gave me bits and parts, but it wasn't. I knew it was because I know him.
Yeah.
I didn't know all that,
So,
though.
Yeah, that's why I had to get it, bro. I had to
It-
get
it was-
It's been all these years, and
it was deep.
On BNY Podcast.
I just got
You
it.
made it
It
happen.
was deep. Like,
If you,
So
took the
now-
life, if you took the life coaching classes she offered,
Yeah,
you would've
now I
known the
know,
story.
bro.
he would, I mean, but it was more of a, he knew what he wanted, and I wasn't sure because of what I had to deal with.
So when I come to y'all one day and I'm like this, hey, I left the section and went to the table. I know what's going on, right?
Oh, that's key words. With that being
You know
said,
I
right
left the
there.
section, I'm going-
With that being said, let's get to our 8 shot right there. Let's get to our 8 shot.
We vote people off.
Hey, we 7 for 7 right now. 8 shot. Quick hits. Let me give you my quick hit. So, Kiana,
What?
I want to thank you very much for the hospitality you provided me and my family the other day, Sunday.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, what was Sunday, by the way?
Sunday was. Shut the fuck up.
What was Sunday, Kiana?
Sunday was the Washington football team,
Versus who?
the Dallas Cowboys.
The beating up Dallas Cowboys.
And
Go
what
ahead.
was the outcome?
That was
We traveled to
horrible.
kick a field goal. That's what we did.
Yeah, I came all the way to DC to kick one field goal and go back home.
Okay, but in all fairness, we did not have our first string quarterback, and we lost
true.
our second string quarterback in the goddamn
He wasn't
game.
doing shit. He was
And
doing shit
let's
regardless.
hold on. Let's say this. We took. I'm not going to take fault. NFL players and professional players are professional players. They
Right.
need to adjust. Coaches need to adjust. Coaches need to
Oh,
learn
that was
how.
cruel, Ricky. Yes.
Listen,
I ain't got.
thank you.
Hey, DC,
Listen,
I'm on my
DC.
bullshit right now. I'm on bullshit.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Nah, we won't touch on
All
that.
right. For one, if you paying me millions or hundreds of thousands of dollars as a coach, you need to learn how to coach.
You calling out McCarthy right now.
Hold on. Yes. Y'all ran a cover two man, bro. Me and Donnell could have sat on the sideline and ran that.
Like,
we could have
that
ran
was some
curls to
bullshit.
slants all game and broke y'all up. For one. For two, we haven't had a cover. Our secondary has been down bad since what, like 04, 05? We have never drafted no cornerback. I'm still trying to think. Name a cornerback that you think could check for Dallas. Anybody that watch football, seriously, that can check one-on-one, man-to-man coverage after 8 yards.
We had Terrence Newman.
That's it. That's it. That's I said that.
Whose fault is that then?
That's not an
What Redskin
organization.
receiver requires?
Whose fault is that? Jerry Jones, goddammit, who don't be a Black Lives Matter.
They love cover two defense, and we can't even. And one thing, I will credit this to the Washington football team
There
for
it
being a
is.
professional team, and
They
we're saying and
absolutely
watching the
Ron
film.
Rivera, Ron
y'all
Rivera.
definitely picked on the rookie, and y'all know his pickup speed is horrible.
Horrible.
He cannot pick up.
Which rookie is that, by the way?
Diggs. Is his last name Diggs? I can't
Diggs.
remember.
He's talking shit. He's talking shit to McLaurin.
Yeah, listen.
He fucked up.
Don't
He
get
fucked
fucked
up.
up. He
got burnt next play.
I do believe you give him 3 to 4 years, he will be a good corner because I've
3
seen
to
him in
4
college.
years?
Yeah, bro, it's going to take time.
Jesus
Like I
Christ.
said, we can't
3
just
to 4 years.
jump into the
Was he a
league.
quarterback for the 90s?
But it's a corner, bro. Do you know how the freakish athletes that's at wide receivers right now? Just tight ends. Look at what tight ends are doing right now.
Tight ends is wild.
They are wow. So I can't say, oh, next year probably. I mean, I would if we
We
keep him.
praying.
I pray.
Pray.
But I'm more of a football fan than I am of a Dallas fan. You know what I'm saying? For playing
You
the
a football team fan?
No. Watch your mouth before I choke you. Anyway.
Damn, on BNY Podcast.
Yeah, okay.
Come on, about dying
I'm a
tonight.
Dallas fan till I go. I don't give a fuck if we go 2 and whatever the rest of the season. Mm-hmm. But y'all definitely exposed the shit out of our secondary.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I definitely would give y'all credit for that because there's been
Yes.
times I've seen before y'all was the Washington football team, the Redskins expose the defense and go away from it. And defer second half go all the way left. And I'm not even a Washington fan. I'd be like, as a football, like,
the fuck?
like what the fuck y'all
Literally,
doing
what
out
the
there?
fuck?
Like that's. I used to watch and be like, yeah, as a fan, I don't know what y'all going through because that shit.
It was
but right
dark
now,
times. This shit
That's
right
us.
here.
I know what
This
y'all
shit
going
right here.
through.
That's us.
Hey,
I know what y'all going through,
with
bro.
our boy from DeMatha,
That's-
PG Counting,
Yes, sir.
Chase Young, number 99.
I will give him that.
Me and Nell's boy, too, as well. Chase Young. Me and Nell's boy, Terry McLaurin, because Nell's an Ohio State fan. So Nell loves Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, I'm be honest with you. He get double team, bro. It might be a.
I
it might be
did
a-
love McLaurin.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, Nell, on Christmas Day, me and Nell be rocking 17 jerseys together. Burgundy and gold.
Doubt it.
Why not? He's our boy.
He's a Dallas fan through and through.
It's our boy, though.
That's true. I'm not
It's
wearing
our
that.
boy. What's the problem with that?
Hey, listen, let me tell you.
He in the area. He repping for us.
Nah.
You love Washington,
man,
right?
What's wrong with your man?
You love Washington.
No,
I'm out.
no,
You love
no,
DC.
no, no.
Hey Rick, I like how you good, boy. You are good.
That's it was
he
good,
can mix
though.
the pot, I swear.
I tell you, hey, mixing that pot, though. Hey, shout out to Atlanta. They got that third.
Oh
that
yeah,
win.
shout out to Atlanta,
Hey,
bro.
for real, I need a hand.
Listen,
clap.
if
We
I'm be
don't
honest
want
with
your
you,
fucking roses.
You get a pedal.
you know
get a
what?
pedal.
don't
Fuck
want
that. I'm gonna give you the
We
stem
don't
of the
want
thorns,
'em.
damn. Wild ass motherfuckers.
We don't want them. We don't want them.
You don't want them?
We hurting down there still.
Nah,
bro.
yeah, I got that W
That's
right
why
there.
when niggas play man, they
Against
always
the Black
play with the
Panthers.
ones when they
What?
play the Falcons that do the dirty bird. They
Right.
don't pick the regular ones.
Oh,
Exactly.
they can't even
Jamal
do that
Anderson.
in the end zone no more.
Hey,
Jamal Anderson.
If you wasn't doing the dirty bird, I don't give a fuck.
Hey, I tell you what,
didn't
and when
watch
you play
football,
with the dirty
fuck
bird,
outta
they're
here.
probably gonna tear a hamstring at the same time.
Yeah.
We can't
What?
afford that
Say
right
what
there.
now?
Your whole team injured. The Atlanta Falcons, man.
I was glad to see Julio Jones go off. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought
man.
Julio was gonna pull a hamstring the whole entire game. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Every game.
Hey,
He always come up limping
I like
at every
to I like to
catch.
say shout out to Dez Bryant and shout out to Baltimore Ravens for giving him a chance, bro.
Yeah.
Real
Good to
shit.
see my man back in.
That's it when playoff
Real
time
shit.
come.
When it
I'm
comes-
looking at a whole five of us, whole lot of us, the 5-person challenge or 5-look challenge. Yeah, Ravens fans. That's what I see.
Oh, I'm never gonna be a Ravens fan.
Hey, now you already on that.
We ain't going back to the early 2000s when everybody had a
Hey,
Ravens
you
jersey.
ain't fucking with
Hello.
Manny.
Everybody had a Ravens jersey in the early 2000s.
Hey, man, you already
bro.
fuck with the Dirty Birds. You might as well just go slide on
I'll
through.
cross when you cross, Ricky.
Hey, I tell you right now, when it's come playoff time,
He almost did.
I'm about to say last year.
I
he
tried
was
to.
He was on the ropes.
yeah.
He was fighting for it though.
Hey, I tried
Nigga
to.
take a loss. He be like, this man.
Hey, you know what
take the
stopped me?
mouthpiece out. Fuck that.
You know what
shit.
stopped me? That man to your left.
Oh man.
I helped him keep the faith.
Keep
You should be
faith.
doing the same thing instead of down.
I am. That's why I shout out the Atlanta Falcons.
They
He over here
definitely
acting
got-
on
I told
solemn
I
after
told
a
him
win.
pre-production we didn't want the roses.
No, you get the roses right there. You get the
I wish
black
I could
roses.
have made that event too. Granted, I'd have been sick watching the play.
I walked over
guess
there,
who
dude.
didn't leave though?
Shout
Ro
out
did
to
not leave.
shout out to Carver for
I was
staying
so
put.
proud of him.
He stayed
Maybe
the
he had
whole-
that-
stayed
maybe he
the
had
whole
that-
time.
Because last time he left,
Maybe he
right?
had that
Nah.
much gas.
Hey, that's my guy. That's my guy right there.
Maybe he had that much gas. And he feel like burn.
I would love to watch a Cowboys game with him when they're not playing against the Skins.
He's too hype. The way he was at that game, at the house,
Yeah.
is the way he is all the time when he watching the Cowboys.
I gotta watch a game with him not playing against the Skins, so I could just enjoy myself. Because I don't want to go against my man's right there. Because I
Yeah,
got
bro.
nothing but love for him.
You ain't gotta worry about it. His brother handle all that. You ain't him going back and forth
Yeah,
the whole
I
I just
game.
want to.
Lamar
I just want to see it
definitely-
myself.
Bro,
Lamar had you not.
Lamont
wanting
was
to-
there too as well.
What?
Lamar
Right,
had you.
that's what
Lamar
I
had
said.
you not wanting to watch football or
At all.
anything because he had you in your bag. You be like,
Shout out to the Murrays.
So I
man.
walked
Yes.
downstairs. I never
My
seen a
niggas,
basement so
wow.
quiet in my life. I was surprised. I was like, why ain't everybody so happy?
I was
They
doing
watching
homework.
the game.
God, we watched the same game.
I was doing homework.
they won't root for the same team, bro.
Nah.
I was in class
You
But
was in
you know,
class.
on my computer.
I saw you on the computer. You was doing work though.
Yeah,
You was doing work.
yeah.
Speaking of which, logo
Dallas
wise,
need to
we
run a
need to do some
spread
work.
offense, bro. That's
Yeah,
all we
well,
need to do.
They do.
The NFL's been
There's no need to
canceled
have
for
all the
this,
receivers and not use
The NFL what?
half of them.
You know what the problem is?
Canceled for the
When-
kid. I'm gonna be watching it like that. My fantasy team trash. My real team trash.
Y'all
Yes.
won yesterday.
That is.
What's the
They
record?
won. What's the
record?
problem? Why are you so upset?
A dub is a dub, bro.
I mean,
You
I'm
gotta
not.
take
You,
what
I
you
mean, I'm
get.
not a Redskins fan. I mean, I'm not a football team fan when I'm used to going 2-6 in the season. This
Hey,
year.
hey, right
Like,
now we
this is
we
hard
top
for
of
me.
the division. It don't matter right now.
Listen, let's not
Oh,
talk
yeah.
about our division at
Our division's
all.
Oh, did you see that though?
What's up with the Giants for one? I tell you, I'm a football fan, so I used to tell people all the time, if you get the the NFL All-Star and play our division, we gonna beat them every time. Now I don't even say that shit.
Not even.
Man,
Our
nah.
division.
We got talent, but bro, it is
Hey, speaking of quick hits though, we gotta talk a little hip hop.
Let's go.
What's up with Lil Baby and Meg Thee Stallion?
Woo. Donnell
I
said
got
it the
mine,
best
I
on the
got-
comments,
I got-
bro.
I
Sex
got
sale,
mine.
bro.
I
I'm
got
gonna leave it
my
at that.
thoughts.
Sex
man.
sales.
I
Oh,
agree with that.
Hey,
Lil
man,
Baby
he's finally
got
recovered from the Pepper Challenge earlier.
Bro, I still got peppers in my teeth, bro. I need to floss like fucking serious. That's why I've been chilling.
Floss to that chain.
This my grandma gave me the chain.
My
Which chain? Both
All
chains?
right, Red.
Both of them, they both hers.
Pause.
Fight me on
What?
He said, "Fight me on that."
Dang, grandma gave you that?
Well, I got it from her when she passed.
Man, shout out to grandma.
Yeah,
Alright,
my boy.
rest in
Shout
peace,
out.
for
Rest in
real.
peace.
Talk about my little
Absolutely.
chain. Want to? I'll punch on y'all. Fuck.
Damn.
Hey, hold a second.
It's
Now.
the
We
peppers,
went
man.
on. We
It's
went
the
on
peppers.
heat.
I'm sorry.
We went that kind of heat right there.
It's the peppers. Forgive me. It's the peppers.
We want no problems here.
Nah.
What's going on with you? What's up with
Nah,
Meg?
I'd rather rebut after someone makes the case for Megan Thee Stallion.
Who makes the
What you
case?
mean? Why she won?
Yeah, why it's okay for her to win. She won. There's no why.
Bro, sex sells.
Oh no,
Every almost 75% of
Tory
the
Lanez.
75% of the women now want to be a city girl, Megan Thee Stallion, twerk and be a I mean, they don't want to say they want to, but they.
Well, they didn't even.
They that's what they selling.
No, I'm not even.
They're
going,
not selling.
I'm not even gonna go that route. And all the arguments that I had with people, not arguments, discussions, they talk about how like who else was doing all the TikTok video, having grandmas doing TikTok videos. And I'm like, is that all you got? They're like, yeah, TikTok, they do this. Like, well, K Camp had more.
Can I give you the stats?
Please.
All right, so Lil Baby, 14 songs went gold this year. 10 songs went platinum. 2 platinum albums. 1 went twice. 2 albums went gold. Megan, 2 songs went platinum. 1 song went gold. Lil Baby loses.
Lil Baby told people he had to stop taking features because too many people was calling him.
Right.
He said it had to be worth.
Yes.
He said I don't mind doing the features, but it has to be worth the money because of all the features.
So
look at the biggest. One thing too. Look at the biggest songs they on this year. Both of them. Lil Baby, Bigger Picture. That was the whole. That was Black Lives Matter. Ron George Floyd. All that too as well. Meg Thee Stallion, WAP. I'm not scratching the WAP right there.
Before WAP.
I think that was
Ratchet or Classic, that one.
I would say WAP was the biggest
Savage,
one though.
that's the one.
Savage was this year.
Savage and the remix, yeah.
Savage
and
was
the remix is what made her.
I give her Savage and WAP.
this
I give her Savage and WAP. The WAP was
WAP. Hold on, I had to.
WAP was
rock
Cardi's.
But
WAP it still blew up. She's on WAP.
Yeah,
They was
exactly. I
still
could say
rocking with it,
her
bro.
song is Cardi's too as well.
All right,
I said WAP is a better song than Savage.
And then there was
Savage was fire though.
Listen, WAP is a better song than the original Savage. The remix of Savage definitely throws WAP out the
but
water.
most people,
I agree with Uncle Lou on
when
that
that
one.
was posted, the accolades were posted next to it, and then people see the accolades. Their first thing was to go into the TikTok videos of the Savage craze and all that stuff.
But again, I agree with everybody else.
Yeah, but
everybody else.
You
Sex
agree,
sells.
but people. I mean, if
Sex sales. Megan won
They went to
because sex
TikTok because
sells,
they seen
specifically.
they
The
went to TikTok.
popularity in it was Megan. That's just it. That's just Megan. Megan won because of what happened to her.
Okay.
2, I like Megan, but I don't believe she is a better artist than Lil Baby. She's not.
Okay.
Was
She's
she a
not.
better?
I mean,
Things said no, but this year.
She's not.
My
This year
point-
he had so many damn hits on the radio. It was ridiculous. He should have won. Period.
All
Point
right.
blank. Period. He should have won.
I know, but you're in the room with a bunch of us who feel the same way.
bunch of black
What I'm saying now is not to you or anybody else in this room. It's the people that I
To
had.
the-
You seen
the-
like
the
it-
masses, yeah.
Someone had a conversation with me talking about she took over TikTok with the Savage thing. And I'm like, oh well, K Camp and Doja Cat and 21 Savage all had some type of
on TikTok.
track. These are TikTok. I looked
That's
it
what
up.
I'm saying. They had
Yes.
some on TikTok.
Megan Thee Stallion, her TikTok video as far as this year ranked number 13. There were 2 other songs that were ranked before her in the hip hop category.
Well, hold on, a question. Them 2 songs before her, were they well-known artists? Because I've
Doja
just
Cat featured 21 Savage and K Camp.
because I'm about to say I've
But
just started
do
getting
they-
on TikTok, and there's some people that's not
I
even
don't even
well-known
have
artists.
TikTok.
Now,
Right.
hold a second.
Booming.
When it comes to hip hop,
Booming.
Definitely.
when it comes to hip hop though,
Booming. So
I'm a TikTok fan.
listen,
and I be listening
and it's
to their
people,
music like,
it's people that's
yo,
not
they
even
need to be on
signed to something
mainstream.
that's booming.
Exactly.
And they won't put their numbers up
So-
because they're not.
well, it's a
what I'm
problem right here. Before you get to your point, and it may actually give you more ammo for your point. Dude, somebody's grandmother, and I'm looking at the comment right here. You referring to aunties and rednecks define what the hottest hip hop artist is.
On BET, I think. This is a BET award. Don't die.
what?
We talking about it. This
Do
the award.
grandmothers and rednecks define what the hottest hip hop artist is?
Grandmothers and rednecks?
The question is do or
Do
that
they
is-
define what the hottest hip hop artist
Not
is?
on BET. It shouldn't.
Listen, there you go. It shouldn't. It shouldn't.
I would say yeah.
Because it's on TikTok.
It shouldn't.
Because people
Now-
that normally don't dance to hip hop are dancing to hip hop.
Yeah.
Is that
On TikTok.
yeah?
So yes, the
people
answer
think
to that
keep-
question is yes.
People keep
It
thinking
defines that? So other people
BET
outside
is
the
all
culture
black.
define hip
Nah,
hop.
bro.
So,
I don't even
I'm-
watch the BET Awards. no more.
Prime
I
example,
don't,
right?
I don't even know. So I was.
Hip hop is culture for black people. Who is it defined by though? Who signs the checks? Who's the top execs?
We get to a whole different conversation.
Now,
right
like
now.
saying, this
I gotta
is
bring a
really-
little balance for this.
No,
That's
this
not
is.
it.
this-
Yes. So the answer to the question will be yes. They defined it.
If this is
Why? because if they don't want it to be played or they feel like there is something vulgar going on in the music, somehow it'll make it to mainstream media where people will then put their negativity onto other people.
Well, it's not the negativity. They're just dancing to it.
They dance, so they like,
no, I'm not trying to discredit Megan Thee Stallion and her accolades. She's an excellent artist, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But
No,
I'm
nobody's
just
doing
saying,
that. Absolutely not.
and I would let this slide if it was on any other medium like MTV, VH1, Grammy show. Like, okay, I don't care about that. This was the BET Music Awards.
like
Not
I said,
the BET Social Media Awards.
Yeah, but
Not
when you
the
think about it, who's voting for these BET awards? Who's in
I
the
would
board?
really like to know at this
who
point.
runs-
Who-
who runs
in the
BET?
board? Who's in the boardroom putting them on the ballots? Who runs BET? Like you have to think of the top coming down and not the bottom coming up. At the end of the day, the people at the top are looking at the popularity vote, and the popularity vote in this case was Megan Thee Stallion. Is her music hot? Yes, it is. Do a lot of people listen to it? Yes, they do.
Yeah, no
they
doubt.
do. But more people
'Cause
listen
they-
to Megan Thee Stallion than they do to Lil Baby.
All right,
At
hold
the
on.
end of the day,
How?
listen.
No,
agree.
they
No.
don't.
I don't
This is-
think- I
this
don't
is true.
agree with that.
She's right.
She's
She's
hot.
right. She's right.
What I'm
more people,
no, what I'm saying is more people know about her
more
music.
women, more white women, more
No.
gay white men
Nah, I mean, still.
listen to Megan Thee Stallion.
I know, but Megan Thee Stallion
Manners.
now, Megan Thee Stallion just became big off of her issue with Tory Lanez, right? And we just talking about in the last couple of months, right?
And her
It elevated
challenges.
her.
And her
It
challenges.
elevated
So,
it elevated her a whole lot more than Little Baby right before the awards.
that sucks though because Little Baby put out a song that definitely a
Should-
song that we needed
We did.
They
we did.
took, but they took.
in an area of black entertainment.
They're taking a section of what she won for that one that they should have put solely into the what was that she won? Viewers Choice Award. That's Viewers Choice Award.
Well, let me read this
material.
comment right here from DC. Isn't that award show just like the movie awards? And it's about who puts up the most money gets the award.
So who
DC
puts
on
up
Twitch.
the most money?
They gave a category for that
Lil Baby.
that section though. They have a category for her to win for that stuff. That's my thing. And she won it. I'm okay with that. Viewers Choice, have that. That's what
It's
that
a
is.
Viewers Choice.
You know what I
Yeah,
think is
yeah.
that?
Off of
I
TikTok.
think we're all fucked up here.
I'm so
Who cares about the BET awards?
I'm
I
okay
haven't
with
watched the
this.
BET Awards.
I-
Oh,
I-
say,
I
I'm getting to a
definitely
point here.
didn't watch it.
I'm getting to a point here. Who cares about the BET awards?
Mm-hmm.
When you have the BNY awards popping off later this year too as well.
I like it.
We'll be there.
Awards, what?
And guess what? The BNY awards isn't influenced by money. It's about talent and production.
Yeah, we broke.
I'm with it.
Hey, that's fine. Guess what?
Cash App.
We gonna
us.
get
We ain't
the
gonna lie
world
to you.
views. There you
Cash
go.
app us.
Yeah, my buddy, even if we do get money, we ain't gonna lie to you about nothing.
But my point is just that if you put on Lil Baby,
Last thought right here before about this day in Black History.
if you put
Oh,
a
we
bigger
hear that?
picture about a Little Baby video on that TV, and you put the WAP video on this TV,
They're gonna look at the what?
everybody's gonna generate towards this TV.
That's true.
That's the viewer's
Cheeks
choice.
out.
That's the viewer's choice.
That category, right?
Yeah.
All right.
It's just humans in general.
So I mean, but shout out to Meg. I mean,
Yeah,
you
no
know,
bullshit, no
I'm
bullshit.
not trying to
Yeah, I
downplay
ain't
you. You
trying
know,
We just
to
saying,
downplay
like,
black woman. You know, I'm all for you.
But we
women.
going
I would
for,
never
but
downplay
yeah,
another
we're not
woman.
downplaying it, but like
At all.
She not trash.
Jay said, it,
Amen.
man, men lie, women lie. Numbers shouldn't.
Right.
They
I
shouldn't.
just felt
in
like
this
she
aspect.
she could do those same numbers like fully clothed.
Well,
What
You
her
think she
lyrics? What, just her lyrics.
You think so?
I know so. I you know
I
how
agree with
big
you.
of a lyricist.
Yeah, I agree with you
I
there.
love lyrics.
But you know what, listen to Lil Baby, bro. Like you said, we're gonna move on. But listen to Lil Baby. I was like, oh, here comes another
Mumble
one of these
rapper.
guys.
Yep.
But I actually, like you say, we
Listen
listen
to
to
the
music.
lyrics.
I sat down and listened to multiple Lil Baby. Not these just mainstream gems. I'm talking about he's done songs with dudes that I've never heard of. He's featured on it. You know, he didn't feature them. He's featured on it.
That's how
And
yeah.
he is dominating the song, bro.
He consistent.
He's not bringing no, you know what I'm saying, because I'm Lil Baby, people like me. I'm just going to spit some stuff and they're going to listen to it because I'm Lil Baby. No. He's putting, like, his best foot forward, my nigga.
Yeah.
Like, off some real shit. Not just the, like you said, we're not downplaying Megan. I like her lyrics. Like, you know what I'm saying? She'd definitely say something. I'd be like, dang, ooh, that's slick. Especially coming
Rick.
from a woman's perspective. I'm like, oh, that's tough.
NBA news, Rick.
So
Was that?
Got some NBA news out.
Hold a second. Rick, look Woj on Twitter. NBA news coming out. Let's pause for a second because I follow Woj on Twitter too as well. NBA story. All right. ESPN story on NBA. ESPN story on NBA. NBPA, the Players Association, impasse on agreeing to December start of season.
oh yeah, starting in December.
And league fears that delaying until January could cause 500 to 1 million billion loss next season and beyond.
Can you say that number again? That last
They gonna lose a lot of money because they start.
They could lose
late.
up to $1 billion. They start in January.
$1 billion.
So that means that the NBA season is going to start in January.
So do y'all think what's more important, the money or the players?
To who?
Because you got to think about it. People are going to watch who they want to
That
see
go back
playing.
to what
If
we
look
said
like
earlier.
Danny Green said, I agree with Danny Green saying this. LeBron's not going to play for a while. He's going to rest. He's not going to come out there and jump. You're watching the Lakers for who? Not just AD. I mean, AD is a great player, but you want to see who play.
LeBron.
You want to see LeBron play.
But $1 billion, yeah, they got to start. They got
True.
to start in December. Everybody's going to be like, yeah, we start in
They need
December.
that. They need that Christmas game. They already lost the Thanksgiving game.
They need it. They
Well,
actually,
Thanksgiving
they
belongs to the
need that
NFL.
though. Honestly, they need that. Who needs the players need that?
The players need
I
that.
don't
The
think
players need that.
I mean, the players and the owners need that. That's like
We're
mutual.
talking about the lead thing about their pockets.
The unsponsored.
There you go. The league is thinking about their
The
pockets.
unsponsored players.
But then
need
you
it.
said if the league doesn't get paid,
But they're going to
The players
play.
can get
I
paid.
know they're going to play.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I know they're going to play in December.
They say the players must be tested every
DC
day.
appreciate that.
Must be tested every day for the coronavirus and return a negative test each time to be allowed.
That's a
to
lot on somebody,
participate
and I'm pretty
in
sure they're not
all
getting
season
the.
workouts.
I'm pretty sure they're not getting the
I don't
rim
think
nose
that
thing.
goes- I don't
Can
think
you
that goes for CDC
imagine that? Like
guidelines.
Appreciate
having to
you,
get
DC.
swabbed every day.
And we're not
Every
talking about
day.
just the
Come
rim
on,
nose.
people
They're
want opt
definitely.
out of that.
That's
I
what I'm
mean-
saying. Like
Not
you got to
to
think
play,
about
to
the per. So
participate.
we're
And this
going to
goes
be
back to
What's
Greedy.
that?
greedy.
What's that? We're
We're
doing
going
too
to
much
be.
right here.
We're going to
Go
be
on.
greedy with our entertain. What we want to see and the
Right.
money. And that- I don't
That-
want to say
that
they're
sucks.
cattle now, but like
That
that's
sucks.
tough, bro.
It is.
I mean, you saying, "Oh, $1 billion." You're just saying it because you're not getting $1 billion. These niggas already have $1 billion. These owners already have this. These
they want-
organizations,
I
these
mean,
TVs, they want
they want
more.
more,
Of it.
yeah.
They want more of it. But how selfish? Believe
Selfish
it
as shit.
Believe it or not, I'm not saying I was the greatest athlete. I played semi-pro football, bro. I'm be honest with you, it's a toll on your body. It's a whole different. You see it and be like, oh, they working out, they doing the hard work. It's a whole different workout. It's a whole different, bro. It's a whole different level on your body, bro. And it's a whole. I don't give a fuck if you're not playing that many minutes. You're getting 6 minutes a game. You're still going to practice. You're still working out. You're still doing all these
Travel,
things.
all
you're
that, jet
traveling.
lag,
You miss your
hotels,
family, bro.
in
It's
and
a
out,
lot on
And
a
you talking about you
person,
about
a
to do this for
human
a whole nother
being,
couple months?
and you want to start
After the
it
season
right
just
back
ended
up.
for a lot of y'all.
That's what I'm saying. After the season just ended,
Yeah,
like
Danny Green could play. Yeah,
I mean, look
That-
at DC. He said he getting swabbed once a week for COVID. That's once a week. Imagine getting swabbed almost every
every
day.
day for your entertainment.
And
What
we've
you-
taken a lot of us
Come on,
taking
bro.
tests in here.
I've taken
That
the
test ain't
test
fun.
multiple
The
times.
test ain't fun, dude.
I'm not saying dudes shouldn't get their money because it's their business. I'm
Right.
like on both sides of the
It
fence,
won't be.
but at the same
it
time,
shouldn't
bro,
be once a day
it
because
should. But
because of how the virus sits. and
Well, for a $1 billion
it's-
company,
there you go. That's
Yeah.
what it.
Billions?
For a $1 billion company,
it's a
It
little bit
just
different.
goes against the whole CDC and how.
it goes against a lot of things. But
Yeah, exactly. It's
who
billions
gives
of
a
dollars.
shit? You gotta think about it. People saying, "Fuck that, we don't care. We want our dough."
They get rapid testing, all sorts of
You know
wild
what I'm
shit.
saying? The network wants them played so they can get their money.
Let me give a shout out real quick before we get into this day in Black History. Shout out to my man Will Gates. Shout out to
Will
Golden
Gates.
Gates ENT on YouTube too as well. We'll get him. He's the dude that was featured in the Pastor Troy promo
Shout out.
that Pastor
Yeah,
Troy gave
definitely shout out
BNY
to
Network
Will.
a shout out to as well.
Hey.
You can find the video,
Pastor.
the full video of Will Get Him Bring the Fun Back performance video with Pastor Troy, Golden Gates ENT on YouTube. Shout out to my man Will Gates. # Bring the Fun Back. And also, I love that hashtag too as well.
Yeah.
Because bring the fun back is a lifestyle. It's not just hip hop, this and the third. Podcast is anything in life. Your job, you work with a 9 to 5 that you fucking hate. Find a way to bring the fun back.
Right.
Anything in life,
Didn't I
bring the
post
fun
that
back.
today? I love my job.
Mike. Well, turn your shoulder. Turn
Hey,
your body.
hold on. That little
Comfortable.
that little creak sound like a door opening on an old Resident Evil game.
Sound like a 90-year-old shoulder.
Burglar bars.
After you put it in a puzzle.
For prime example, right? When Lou didn't like his job, right? But he made that joint fun every
Dude, Lou's
Yeah.
videos
Got
was
to,
wild.
bro.
Bruh, he started making videos.
You got to,
'Cause,
bro.
like, you got to make your job fun.
You better.
If not, then, you know what I'm saying? You just going to be stuck.
Sick. You waking
My
up
job is
every
fun.
day
Every
dragging.
day.
Soul
Every
and
day.
spirit is just.
Yo,
You,
kids say the darnest things. Swear to God.
yeah, they do. Because they're honest.
So now you Bill
Real
Cosby.
honest. No, like, really.
Ooh, whoa,
Like, every
That's
day.
how you got nailed. I'm joking. I'm saying.
Jesus, y'all.
First you put a
relentless.
This day in Black History, please.
Are we ready? No.
We're in a
Okay.
relationship.
It's like
I'm not doing this.
like a 10-year drug.
No comment.
Hey, love is a drug, right?
It is a drug.
Hey.
He can't get
Hey,
it
shout out to
enough.
Will Gates, though. Shout out to Will
At
Gates,
the
man.
bottom of a cup.
Bring the fun back.
Bring
Shout out to
the
Pastor
fun
Troy. Manny, this day in Black
He
History.
Bill Cosby me before.
That's
You did.
there's nothing we're going to touch into
All
right
right.
now.
Y'all
We're
married,
gonna
bro.
investigate on it.
Let's
We'll go
not.
from
Let's
there.
not. I don't think it requires BNY investigators.
Nell's the BNY investigator. Nell, response, one word.
Don't lie. You better not.
Never. I'll answer for him.
There it is right there. Thank you, lawyer. Manny,
Shut
please.
the devil. You did.
What?
Bill Cosby.
That was just one word. He said what? All right.
This day in Black History.
This day in Black
This day in
history.
Black History, not that day
October
in Black
30th,
History.
1831.
Woo.
Nat Turner was captured. Nat Turner was captured on. I know it's kind of, but we're going to build up.
Yeah.
Nat Turner was captured October 30th, 1831. On August 21st, 1831, Virginia slave Nat Turner led one of America's most violent slave revolts in Southampton, Virginia. It is said that Turner, a deeply religious man and preacher who could read and write, felt he was inspired by God to lead a revolt to show the evils of slavery and, if possible, lead slaves to freedom. All right. He is said to believe that the solar eclipse was a sign to begin the revolt. The insurrection began in the early morning hours of August 21st, 1831, and continued for a couple days. Turner and other slaves went from plantation to plantation, killing whites, taking their weapons, horses, freeing slaves along the way. Approximately 50 slaves participated in Nat Turner's rebellion. Furthermore, the revolt concluded with the deaths of 50 whites and the arrest of eventual killings of slaves involved in the insurrection. Turner hid for 2 months and was accidentally found by a farmer on October 30th, 1831. In the end, 57 blacks were executed by the state, and approximately 200 were killed by gangs of whites and militias. Nat Turner's revolt not only resulted in the deaths of many, but also tightened the creation of new laws to even further restrict the liberty of blacks. Nat Turner was hanged and skinned on November 11th, 1831, unfortunately.
Okay, now, let's these dates, right?
Hold a second. Talking to Mike.
All right.
Welcome to the podcast.
Media training.
I got my sound engineer right here. He's listening.
October 30th, right? 18 what?
31.
August what? When did it start?
August 21st.
August 21st. It took them 2 months. This man was chilling. He accidentally was found by a phone. He led a slave revolution. How many of our kids are being taught that in the books?
I didn't hear Nat Turner until I grew up. I mean, I was like a grown man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Shout out to William Johnson Sr. Heard about Nat Turner as
I did.
Well, I was
I think I was like 11 or 12.
That's
Yeah,
solid
so
right
my
there.
dad, my dad
Yeah.
definitely, he's definitely one of them guys that's like, he's not like one of them like super book dudes, but he knows some things that'll throw you.
That's
And that's one of the things that's why when I read it in the group, I was like, this is dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I read it on the way over here. I read it when you posted it.
It's dope.
I read it sitting here. Not gonna lie. I mean, you gotta realize, bro. Like, a lot of people might look at it like, oh, he killed these people. Like, I mean, going back to a lot of things, like, what else are we to do? I mean,
Right.
we've been peaceful. We tried to live and do things on our own and fight for things in a manner of laws that people or these people have written, and it's not working for us.
It's not.
So You have to be and these are things they were doing to people that did
Prior
nothing to them.
right.
You know what I'm saying? It did not. We did nothing to them, and it was.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's unfortunate for y'all, but growing up in Georgia, we have a lesser education. I did learn the Negro national anthem in first grade. I did have the teacher say, you know what, we ain't gonna look at the book today, Claire. We gonna talk about somebody else. Yeah. So it didn't happen. It didn't happen every step along the way, but I got enough to where Nat Turner wasn't surprised to hear it. You know, Nat Turner wasn't surprised me when I was a grown ass man.
But think about now, and our kids are growing up. How much do they actually hear about
they don't want
the
that.
Negro Revolution?
Oh, they don't.
Exactly. So that's why a lot of parents. Ooh, I can't even tell you.
Educate yourself. Educate your kids.
Education is period across the board, but that's why so many HBCUs are becoming popular, not only by black people. There are a lot of white people who attend HBCUs now for that reason in itself, because they want to learn exactly what we went through, what we had to learn, why we feel the way we feel. Like, it's a systematic thing, but people have to pay attention to the bigger issue. This was in 61?
31.
1831. We still fighting the same war in 2020. Still fighting the same damn war.
And you know it's crazy too as well. Great point, by the way, as far as other cultures going to HBCUs, which, by the way, HBCUs is not just black only.
It's not.
Anybody could attend there. Hey, I'll take a JJ Redick at Howard University tomorrow. Yesterday.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing if you ask me. But even with me, like, I grew up elementary school, middle school, private school. The curriculum that we had, it was, looking back at it, it was white Eurocentric.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. And it was like, there was no Nat Turner in there. And the individuals they put in there that looked like us, Booker T. Washington, I've done a little more research on. That dude was, honestly, Booker T. Washington's thoughts will fit with individuals today that we will look at like, nah, you ain't really for us. You're not really for the cause, man.
You know what's crazy?
And I plan on writing. I said this before. I'm gonna cut you off. I'm good. Turn right back to you, Turner. Not pun intended, but article I'm developing. I'm writing on it. That'll actually tell the real history of Booker T. Washington, and I'll tag George Washington Carver after that too as well. Because why those individuals were selected for these white history books, not taught in. They were taught in schools growing up, but not the Nat Turners. What was the actual difference? What is the meat of that?
Why do you think Frederick Douglass was chosen?
He's another one too as well.
But Frederick Douglass, I found a few things about Frederick before a point where it was like, all right, Frederick Douglass was just like a real motherfucker on the low. I think he was one of them people that caught up in like the system and like, look,
politics.
you gotta.
So
yeah, exactly. So I want to find out that through these articles. So yes, another one too is what we'll look at. Kiana, please.
The ones we learn about in the books, the Martin Luthers, the Rosa Parks, the Malcolm X's. We learn about all of those people in the books, right? But we do not learn about them in the books. Martin Luther King was killed by the government.
Yeah, the government set up with his family.
But is that in any book you've ever read?
Of course not.
That Martin Luther King was killed by the government.
Though?
What?
When was that public knowledge?
That he was killed by the government? Many people know before. And when he got killed.
I mean, the 60s was a wild time too as well.
Yeah.
As far as like many characters.
To Americans. When was the public knowledge?
Yeah, self-educate.
Well, the government itself said that they were at fault for the death of Martin Luther King and settled with their family and actually paid them money because of his Martin Luther King's death.
When did that come out?
When it come out? I don't know, years ago.
Yeah.
25, 30 years ago.
Was it 35
in the 90s.
They put this man in jail and executed
Brown versus
him.
Giles.
Yeah, and executed him. I told you he was smart. He a book.
That's why I always hang around him.
I'm saying, I mean, we all know this now, but this is something I didn't learn. That's something I didn't learn too.
Oh yeah.
I was damn near an adult, you know.
Question: did anybody watch the thing about Malcolm X on Netflix? Anybody went through that? Watch that.
Pay attention to
shit.
I'll try.
Because
I
I haven't watched it yet.
No. I was the same. I was like, bro, I
I
already
just
know.
don't have the time to watch TV right now.
No, I understand. I don't watch TV at all.
Hey,
But
give us
right
give us
there,
a tidbit. What's up?
Malcolm X, bro, he got put. I believe in watching what I watched. I think he got put in a situation where he had to downplay not just with his religion, himself because he loved. For one, he loved his religion. He loved the people that was around him. He had more faith and belief and thinking the people that he was looking up to was really for what they were saying they were for. He believed that it's a lot of Muslims that don't like Malcolm X, that denounce him, and it's a lot of Muslims that like, look, y'all only denounce him because he exposed you. You know what I'm saying? And I have a lot of Muslim friends. I know they were like, come on, Will, blah, blah, blah. But after watching that, bro, like, even after the Muslims kind of shunned him, he loved and still believed in what they supposedly was preaching or, you know what I'm saying, speaking to the people. He tried to rectify a lot of things with the Muhammad Ali incident. You know what I'm saying? When Muhammad Ali came, you know what I'm saying? He felt like that would put him back in good graces. It did not. And so when he really realized like, oh, some of y'all bullshitting. All right, I'm about to bring the light to y'all. And it was a whole situation because under the covers, they were still the government, the police, they went to that man to say, if you do this and say this towards this, we'll guess what? You will be all right, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. And he was like, nah. Like, you tripping. Like, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. He really just blew him off like, oh, we'll give you money. We'll do this. We'll do that. He was like, nah. You know what I'm saying? I felt, me personally, it's not to nobody else. I mean, you can feel how you feel. I'm the 10 man. I don't really have no feelings for outside people saying what about me. So
Somebody get this man heart.
I say what I want. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like, please still watch it. I felt like he was caught in between. You know what I'm saying? Because it was these people that he, in his religion that he believed in, but they looked at him like, oh, you're just in it for yourself. He really wasn't in it for himself. I feel like he put the religion and the people he believed in on his back and say, all right, I understand y'all not this type of people. I understand y'all can't speak like this. I understand. So guess what? I'm going to step out and I'm going to do it for us. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted to show the people like, this is what we believe in. This is how we going. And what I'm saying to you is the truth. You know what I'm saying? And even they wasn't with it because it was, like you said, it was something they didn't want really out there. Because it was things that Elijah Muhammad was doing that didn't coincide what he was preaching. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're on two different
So when he realized that, he still loved the man that much, but when he realized it, he had to separate himself. And in the separation, it brought a lot of hate towards him. And what haters do, they try to take you out, bro.
That's what happens.
That's what haters do. They try to make you look like the bad guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, watch it, man. Go to Netflix, look it up. I can't remember exactly what's the name of it, but bro, watch it. You're going to have your opinion about it. You're going to feel how you feel about it, but
we'll watch it and we'll talk on the podcast.
Please. I'll rewatch it again and again.
And
again. I made my family sit down and watch it. I made my mother, my cousin, as Devin. I was like, yeah, all right, come here, watch this. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't.
Sit down.
It gave me a whole different outlook on the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like Elijah Muhammad's son was jealous of Malcolm X.
Yeah, he was.
You know what I'm saying? He was jealous. Why are you jealous? Because you're not being this man that your father. You know what I'm saying? Malcolm X is being this man that his father was like, this is how you should be, and you wasn't that man. So because you couldn't match up to it, that's not who you were. That wasn't. I mean, it just wasn't in you. Instead of being jealous, you should have actually clinged on to the man like we as black people should do. Learn and get some knowledge from it and understand it so you can You know what I'm saying? Be within this. I don't know the word, but I mean to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right there.
Yeah.
Because ain't
So
it's only
it was
so much of us out here.
It's there you go.
So we can't
There you
afford to take
go.
any losses.
You can't. We cannot, bro.
But that's why it's so important to read yourself.
Yeah.
Like you have to. Like you must. It's not a want, it's a need. Like we have to start reading. Like we gotta start reading these laws. We gotta start reading the legislations in our areas. Like we gotta know for ourselves what the laws and the legislations are. Like black people, it's not.
It's
How many laws do you pay attention to? Actual laws that you pay attention to.
Only
in your
ones
family.
that
laws
we
pass every single day.
Every day,
Bruh.
But he do.
I found. I mean, I could be wrong because I don't have all the details. Like I said, I just started. One thing I'm gonna give a shout out for real quick to BNY. I'm gonna give it up my final thought. Also, y'all definitely made me pay attention to a lot more things that I thought I knew about to be in depth with. I didn't know. Like I have to go back and check, but I've just realized in this election, they're still voting on laws that saying yay or nay that you, sir, as a black man, can fucking
we talked about that.
vote,
We
bruh.
talked about that not too long ago.
Bruh, I was
It's crazy. This is
I
the year
was
every
reading it and
25
was
years. You're crazy, right? Baffled every 25
and
years.
the people really be like, oh,
I don't
this
wanna
not going on, this not going on, or y'all should get over it. But y'all still voting on
if we
the
can vote.
ability for us to vote, the votes that y'all want the most,
We should do
the black or brown vote.
Yeah, we should do a pod on that.
So I
where
don't
we
know,
just
bro.
go through and look at all these crazy ass laws.
I mean,
of substance.
At one point
of
on
course.
TikTok, right?
I'm down.
to do all
I
that.
follow this guy
I'm down.
called
Yeah, I'm with
Udi,
it too, bro.
Officer Udi, right? He was going down a list of the dumbest fucking laws in the United States of America. The dumbest laws, right? It is a law that if you get hit by a car on a sidewalk or something like that, like anybody who watches TikTok, go to Officer Udi and watch him. He has the dumbest laws in America, and he lists one for every freaking state. Some states he lists like 2 or 3 laws, and then he'd be like, "Who the fuck comes up?" Oh, one of the laws is you can only have missionary sex with your partner.
Yeah,
I've seen this.
I've actually heard that.
I mean, stuff like that been around a minute. I've seen.
But why though? This is your partner. Only mission. Who the fuck gonna come in my house and see if I'm only having missionary sex?
It's probably made back in God knows how long to where you can just look
But
at
you
people
want to hear the
out.
craziest shit? That is
Bend her over, sir. That leg shouldn't be up there. That leg. But it's a lot.
Where we at?
We about
Ready
to
to
final
go.
thoughts, bro, because we definitely need a podcast about them laws. Because I ain't gonna lie.
Let's knock
About
this
the
thing out.
laws.
Yeah.
Now, final thoughts.
I just want to say that my podcast members are very educated.
I was saying about me.
I love y'all, man, and it's always good talking to y'all. These 8 shots, these hit for hits, man, is definitely a hit, and I think you should continue it. So, I applaud,
We will continue that.
well, I mean, you kind of came up with it, but we should continue this because that was insightful, man, and I know it was for people who watching on. So I applaud you for that, and I just want to say, man, everybody out there be safe. Make sure y'all go vote, and it's very important that you pay attention to your ballot because these people are watching everything. Your choice of ink color, where you mark at, where you don't mark at, where you sign at, everything will void your ballot. So make sure you pay attention to it if you want your vote to count. Please. That's all I got to say.
Manny.
Well, I think the peppers are finally almost gone.
My man.
Next challenge, when y'all are on the hook, I haven't figured out yet. I gotta say it because Deb isn't here. Room full of black men and lady. It's good to be out here. Learn some things tonight. Um, Happy to be here. Sorry I missed y'all the past couple weeks.
Duty calls. We
Yeah,
understand.
duty called. I'm tired, boss. You gotta grind hard. I gotta get up in the morning, do it all over again. See y'all Monday. So
Maybe Sunday.
maybe Sunday.
Maybe Sunday.
Lou.
Lulu.
Oh man. First off, I'm gonna say this. Like I said earlier, I appreciate my whole team. I appreciate this in general because not only when I get here, I get knowledge. When I'm away, you know what I'm saying. Like he said, don't stop these 8 points, bro. Because for me, I be moving so much. When you hit them now I'm like, all right. It's almost like a schedule. Like I like to keep and I was like boom, 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 and you know what I'm saying. I was on it. I loved it. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody that watch. I appreciate y'all comments because it makes me when I leave here research stuff, look things up. Like we was talking about the law for us to vote. I didn't know that. I thought it was just like, all right, we set the law for them to vote. That's it. That we're gonna leave it alone. But it shocked me to hear that they still vote on that. So it should shock you and make you. It should make you feel some type of way that is still going on. Also, I had another point. I kind of lost it. I need to stop smoking hookah. But like I always say, man, it's a cliche, but for real. We gotta take care of each other, black, white, Asian, Avatar, blue, cause for real, the government, man. Regardless of what you think, they're not for you, not all of it. So, like you said, go vote, put your ballot in, do it properly. My family went. Unfortunately, I couldn't this time, but when I'm able to, best believe I will, regardless of how I feel about the candidates, because I need some things to change. We all need some things to change. Rick, I appreciate you. Shout out cousin Devin. You couldn't make it. Next time, I'm gonna bring you. I love y'all, man. On some real shit. I appreciate y'all like shit, man. I really do.
Kiana, before you go to your final thought, you had a missed shot from earlier. There's a point you brought up about, goddamn, what was it? I meant to write it down, but I thought I was going to remember it regardless off the top of the head. I was hoping you would too as well.
It was the patent.
The patent. There it
Patent
is.
jump. Yeah, about this about cool.
Alright, so there was a patent and there was a vaccine. The patent was created in America.
Well, no, you already said that right there.
The
You already given the patent number.
Okay.
I thought it was another
It was
missed shot you had
something
earlier.
else.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Just go back through it and then
Yeah, we'll go back through it and go from there. I ask you again and we'll clean it up.
Yeah. My final thought is, so I got two.
Sis.
One from the hit. Right, one of the hits, the Reddit hit. Pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to who you fall in love with. Pay attention to who you are as a person, because who you are is going to distinguish who you allow in your surroundings. My second one is vote, 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 vote. Our people, black and brown people, went through entirely way too much for black and brown people not to exercise their right to vote at the moment, because it can be taken away from us. This year is the year that they actually vote. It's every 25 years that they vote. For us to be able to vote, it can be taken away. Exercise
Quarter quell.
your right to vote. They have absentee ballots that are not being counted now. There are people stealing mail trucks to steal the ballots that have been mailed in. There are 1,000,001 early voting, and vote before or on November 3rd. It is necessary. I appreciate everybody in here. I love all of you guys.
Hey.
Peace, love, and joy for the rest of the year and our lives. That's what we need to live by. Like, that peace is more important than anything else on this God-given earth. If you are at peace within yourself, nothing or no one can bother who you are as a person, but you got to be at peace within yourself in order for nobody else to disturb it.
And Kiana, shout out to you being a full-time member of BNY now. The only time you're not going to be in a podcast is the only time you can't make it.
Yeah, second lady. Shout out to Kyra, who's the first.
Oh, hey. Kyra, get all roses. All roses right there. I was going to say something else. Hey, Luke saw it. But I was like, what? I was like, yeah, that's right.
I looked away.
I was like, yeah, that's right. That's right there. All right, so.
You an idiot.
Election. No, he was right though, but
I knew where he was going.
Because I thought he was going somewhere else with that, but
I left it alone.
Hey.
I got self control sometimes.
nah, you on camera. We all saw that.
We saw it.
Yeah. Hey, so this is going to happen on election day. It's a couple of wild scenarios. I'm gonna give you the wildest one. So, two major parties, right? Mm-hmm. Democrat, Republican. So, a lot of Democrats have already put their vote in already, as far as mail-in ballots. Mm-hmm. A lot of Republicans, based on what 45 is saying, are waiting until election day to put their ballots in. Mm-hmm. So, let's say that election day happens. Mm-hmm. You're going to see more Republican votes at the end of the night than Democratic votes. But the days coming after that are going to be more Democratic votes being actually counted towards that election.
Yeah.
Now, 45 has said already about, different things with mail-in ballots, they're not being valid, USPS, all this and the third. Mm-hmm. Okay, fine. If you have a situation that pops up where it looks like 45 wins on election day, mm-hmm. and then about a week later, looks like the former vice president wins, it could be almost like a 2000-like situation where it comes down to the courts. Mm-hmm. Mm. And it could be extremely messy at that point, too, as well.
It's going to be messy.
And the courts decide based on, the recent judge they got, pretty much hired to the courts. It could decide in someone's favor that a lot of these mail-in ballots weren't valid.
Oh,
because it's been done before.
It's going to happen. That's what's going to happen.
That's what Amy comes in at.
To me personally, knowing what it goes to the courts, it's not going to be good. Me and DC were on the same page. I'm telling you right now.
It's not going to be good.
I'm telling you right now. The playbook I'm telling you right now is the playbook.
Yeah. It's going to go to the courts and we not going to win. That's going to be the end all be all. That's why he voted her in office.
So, and that's another reason why things were like I said, the fastest Supreme Court justice you ever seen in history was pushed through.
After Obama wanted to vote somebody in and was told he could not because it was too early to do it.
I mean, that's just politics right there. I mean, it's a dirty game.
Yeah.
Politics is a contact sport. I mean, it
is, bro.
That's just what it is.
It is, bro.
It's
like
crazy.
It's rules for you, and then it's rules for me. It's just how not saying you know that, but that's just how it goes. I have no idea what's going to happen on Tuesday. I have no idea what's going to happen in the next month or so. I couldn't tell you otherwise.
It's crazy to think that in a month our worlds can change drastically.
But the thing is that regardless of what the decision is, if it's gonna get as messy as I think it could be, based on everything that's been said beforehand, look, I'm telling you right now, you all have your Second Amendment rights. Protect your households. That is all I can tell you right there. Protect your house. I'm not saying go out in these streets, put on some Batman vigilante justice. I'm not endorsing that. Read up on the Second Amendment. Know your rights. Make sure you're protected. Stay dangerous. And everything will be fine from there. As far as what comes to you and yours. I don't know what's going to happen as far as this country goes. Because it's just going to get real wild real quick.
It's crazy to think that the world about to change in a whole week.
And let's remember that we still have 3 branches of government. Like, you can't just... That makes up these laws. It's not just, don't this think it's just, the president definitely signs off on it.
But the Republican Party definitely stops a lot of it.
Yeah, they do.
Because
they do.
There was supposed to be a second stimulus check that came out. It went through the House. We still waiting on the Senate.
Well, hold a second
they
now. So my thought of everything as far as, like, this is me getting away a little bit gaming myself, is that there's no such thing as 2 parties. it's really just one party,
Oh, it is.
Yes.
and then there's the people.
It is.
There's the people.
Yeah.
So you have two factions of one party, and what they decide to do together. Actually, no, that's too much right there. That's
Yeah.
too much. That's too much. That's too much. That's too much. I got about holler at me in about 11 years. I'll tell you everything you want to know.
There we go.
In the meantime, I got nothing but love for y'all. BNY fam, Kiana, thank you. Hey, can I get a round of applause for Kiana?
Oh
Being a
yeah.
full-time
Always
member.
assist, bro.
Absolutely. Uncle Lou Jr. being a full-time, part-time member.
Yeah, man. Listen.
Nell, I mean, I always tell you, you're here from day one, so whenever you on, you on. And Manny, of course, you always hold it down.
Sometimes.
Now, you always here, so. Or whenever you're here, you always hold it down.
I
I'm
think
here.
I should
I'm
get
here.
credit
I'm
for
here.
my
Work
effort.
constraints as otherwise, so.
He did say. He
I
said
know,
full
my
time,
effort.
part time member.
Bro, y'all don't be understanding.
That's why I say you
It'd be
full-time, part-time. Like,
crazy.
He said
like
he
halfway through the
full-time.
podcast, you show up. That's
I
full-time,
almost got
part-time.
like a real attitude today if I didn't make it today. I was like a big kid in the car, like.
Nah, he called me up. He's like, Rick, just go and start up.
Yeah, it
Just
was
go and
like
start
30
up. I ain't
minutes, and
got-
I looked.
ain't
It
got
was
time.
like, bro, I'm not even about to lie to my man.
Hey. Hey, I got nothing but love for y'all. Honestly, I appreciate everything y'all done.
Thank you.
And
Thank you,
guess
thank
what?
you.
We're gonna keep this shit running.
Yes.
Hey, BNY next week, episode 71.
Hey, one more
We're
thing.
71 episodes in.
We 70 right now. Next week we 71.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
And honestly, that's 71 as far as actual
Episodes.
being audio online.
Yeah.
Like technically, we're over 100 right now.
Yeah, I'm
but
about to say-
we're 71.
I'm about to start.
For
I know I
purposes.
got like 20 under the belt. Just shoot. One more thing. Look at them boots.
Give me the loot.
Look at them boots. I got my work boots on.
Oh my God.
Look at them socks though. Oh, it's always something spicy.
Where that close out
Always
that
so
please. There it is right there.
spicy.
Jesus
Spicy.
Christ. Number love for y'all.